Jason Moore. I'll be reading for the part of Asher.
Hello, I'm Rick Culbars, and I'm older than all of these people, and I'll be playing a 21-year-old boy. So please get it out of your system now.
My son.
Oh, Dad.
Hello, I'm Hirona Wemura, and I'll be reading for Gahesi.
The stage is set in the courtyard of a farmhouse. The sun is setting. Father stands looking into the distance, as though searching. Eli is busy stacking baskets, glancing occasionally at his father, his face hardening.
You're out here again, looking for him.
I can't help it, Ellie. Every day, I wonder if today will be the day he comes back. It's been so many seasons. Sometimes I wonder if he's safe, if he remembers us, his home.
He made his choice, Father. He took his inheritance and left without a single thought of us. Some have stayed, some of us worked, while others squandered everything.
My son, I know you feel anger, but perhaps one day you will understand his journey and mine.
And what about me? I've done everything you've asked, and more. But you don't stand here looking out for me.
Son, you have never been lost. You have been by my side, always. Your faithfulness is a gift I cherish every day.
A servant hurries on stage.
Father, I saw him. He's there at the edge of the field, coming this way.
My son, he's come home at last.
He rushes to Ellie. Ellie remains arms crossed, watching his father leave. He looks away, hurt and angry. Stage shifts to a field where Asher appears weary and worn, standing at the edge. His clothes are tattered, gaze lowered. Father rushes to him, stopping when he sees him, a moment of silence between them.
My son, you have come back to me. But tell me, Asher, these years that you have been away, what happened? Where did you go?
Father, it's not what I thought it would be. At first I felt free. I went far to places I'd never seen before. Places with crowds and lights and laughter. I thought I had it all.
Yes, my son. And then?
Then the money, it slipped through my fingers. I spent it all so fast, too fast. People I thought were friends, they left me as soon as it was gone. I left with nothing, Father. No shelter, no food, no one to turn to.
My boy, how did you live?
I barely did. I looked for work, anything to survive. I worked for a farmer feeding pigs. God, I remember the smell, the mud, the scraps. I was so hungry, I envied the pigs for their food. I even ate what they ate, just to have something in my stomach.
Oh dear, my son.
I wanted to come home so many times, but I was afraid. I thought I'd thrown everything away. I thought you'd never want to see me again. I also thought to myself, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough to spare, and I'm dying with hunger.
Asher, my heart has waited for you every day since you left. There's nothing you could do that would make me stop loving you.
Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. I'm not worthy to be called your son.
Enough of that. You are home and that matters.
But Father, I was foolish. I took what you gave me and wasted all of it.
What you lost in wealth, you have gained in wisdom, my son. And in coming back, you have restored what matters most, this bond between us. You are home. Nothing else matters.
Thank you, Father. I don't deserve this mercy.
My son, mercy is never about deserving. Love is freely given, just as you are freely welcome. Come now.
Asher's face softens, and they embrace, father and son. He guides his son back to the house.
Prepare a feast. My son was lost and now he's found.
The courtyard is buzzing with preparations for the celebration. Sounds of laughter, music, and the hustle of servants create a warm, joyous atmosphere.
Gazy, clothe my son with fine garments and put a ring on his hand. Gazy, make sure the garlands are hung high. Let these courtyards shine. And the table, is it set with the finest we have?
Yes, Father. The feast is nearly ready, and the guests are arriving.
Asher, dressed in fine clothes, smiles awkwardly as guests greet him. Meanwhile, Ellie stands alone at the edge of the courtyard.
Aren't you joining the celebration? Your brother has returned after all this time.
He's returned, yes. After wasting everything Father gave him. And now he gets a feast, just like that.
Your father's heart has enough room for both his sons. You should speak to him, you know. You might understand each other more than you think.
Gazy looks at Ellie with a kind, knowing expression, then moves away with the celebrations. The joyous sounds only seem to make his resentment deeper.
All these years. I stayed all these years. I worked for him, did everything right. Never once asked for a reward. I was the one he could rely on. And now, just because he shows up, all is forgiven? Is my loyalty really worth so little?
The father finds Ellie standing alone, away from the sounds of laughter and music. He approaches him, a look of understanding in his eyes.
Why are you out here, my son?
All these years I stayed here. I worked in the fields. I took care of everything. Never once did I ask for a feast. And he comes back and suddenly there's a celebration. Does my loyalty mean so little?
My son, everything I have has always been yours. You have been by my side, faithful and true. But your brother was lost, and now he's found. Can you not share in this joy with me?
Then why, Father? Why does he deserve this celebration? After everything he's done, he left us, he took what he wanted and abandoned us. And now you welcome him back with open arms?
Ellie, my son, you have always known this home. You have known its warmth, its shelter, and its love, because you have been here with me. But Asher, he was lost. He had to find his way back, and that road was long and painful. And now that he's come home, can we not rejoice in this? Can you not share in this joy with me?
It's just hard, Father. Hard to see him forgiven so easily. When I've been here, working, never asking for anything. Sometimes it feels like all of that counted for nothing.
Ellie, you are my beloved son. Your place here has always been certain. Nothing you have done has gone unnoticed. Nothing you have sacrificed has been forgotten. But love is not something earned. It's given freely, just as I give it to you and just as I give it to him.
But why do you forgive him so quickly? Doesn't he at least need to prove himself somehow to make up for what he's done?
If love required proof, it would not be love. He was lost and has found his way back to us. That is enough. And besides, Ellie, forgiveness does not diminish what you have done or who you are to me. It only restores what was broken so we can be whole again.
Maybe I can.
That's all I ask, my son. Come, let us join them. It would mean so much to your brother and to me.
Father and son join the celebrations. Fade. End of play. Okay, actors, if you're going to get a blackout, wait until the lights come up before you move. Emily.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Cullingworth and this is my play Buried. Hope you enjoy.
Cast for Buried, please come forward. And introduce yourself, starting with Loretto.
Kirk and I will be playing for Julie.
I'm Zoe McMullen, and I will be reading for Dylan.
Buried. A clustered bedroom. The walls are decorated with old movie posters and photos. There are cardboard boxes in various spots around the room. The window is half open. Light seeps into the room. The other half at the far side from the window is shadowed in darkness. A loud bang. Dylan crawls through the window and into the bedroom. He falls in a heap on the carpeted floor.
Ow.
He sits up, turns on the lamp. Darkened side of the room becomes bright. In the corner, sitting on a large plush chair, is Julie, wearing a long white dress.
Hi, Dylan.
Huh. You scared me.
I'm the one who should be scared. Why are you sneaking into Charlie's room? What are you doing here?
Sorry, there is no cars in the driveway. I didn't think anyone was home. I should have realized you'd be here.
Why didn't you go to the funeral? My mom would have loved to see you.
Yeah, right.
He turns away from her. There is a desk in the room. Dylan begins rummaging through its drawers.
She would have. She misses you. You were my brother's best friend for a lot of years.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know everything. If she did, I'm sure she wouldn't want me there. Charlie definitely wouldn't want me at his funeral.
You think so? You two used to be so close. That must still mean something to you.
Well, it's too late to go now.
Remind me again. What happened between you and Charlie? It was like you were best friends one day and strangers the next.
He ignores her and continues to search through the papers in the desk.
What are you looking for? Can I help?
Do you know where it is?
Where what is?
The map. His half of the map.
Oh, the map to your hideout in the forest? I remember how much you two used to talk about that. I also remember how you would never let me come. You and Charlie each have half the map. That's cute.
Not really. It was because we never trusted each other.
He pulls a piece of paper from his pocket, his half of the map.
I tried for hours to find the spot with my half, but I can't. I need the full thing.
Charlie never told you where he kept his half?
I mean, he did when we were young, as a safeguard, in case he ever died. But it wouldn't still be there.
Why wouldn't it? Did you check?
Dylan crosses the room and pulls a framed photo from the wall. He takes the backing off. Inside is a piece of paper, the other half of the map.
Why wouldn't you check there first? Did you not want to find it?
No, that's not... I just didn't think it would still be there.
She spreads out the two halves of the map.
Jeez, you're freezing.
I've never seen it before.
What are you talking about? You have seen it before.
No, not your secret hideout. I mean, I've never seen the map. It's really intricate. When I went, I didn't follow the map. I followed you guys, remember? You both got so angry when you saw me.
What are you doing?
I'm coming. Are we leaving now?
You want to come?
Of course. Are you really going to try and stop me from following you this time?
Of course not.
They leave. Scene 2. Dylan and Julie stand a few feet apart from each other at the entrance to a forest. There is a gravel path leading in, dense trees and dark shadows.
Menacing, isn't it?
Not really.
Why do you even want to go in? Just to relive the memory?
Charlie and I used to go to our stupid spot in the woods almost every day. It was what we did. We'd come home from school and go to our spot. Wake up on the weekends, go to our spot. I mean, you must remember.
Of course I do. Charlie never stopped talking about it. I always wanted to see it, and he never let me come. I was so disappointed when I finally followed you guys that one day. The amazing hideout you treasured and kept so fiercely hidden was just a tall tree in the middle of the woods.
Wonder if I'll be as unimpressed when I see it again after so many years. Back then, it was a castle. I wish I didn't have to go back and see it's just a tree.
I don't understand. Why are you going back then, if you don't want to?
Charlie and I used to be best friends, and you're right, that still does mean something to me. I can pretend it doesn't, but it does. I hate that it does, because now I have to go back. When we were 10, Charlie and I buried a time capsule by the tree. I don't even remember what's in it, but I do remember one thing. That we promised each other when one of us died, the other would open it. No matter how old we were, or if we lived thousands of miles away, we would open it, and now he's dead. So I have to open it. I won't be able to sleep until I do.
I didn't know that. You don't remember what's inside?
Not really. It was so long ago.
Well, now I'm curious to see what you have buried in this forest.
Julie walks along the path into the forest. Dylan follows. Dylan guides them through several quick turns using the map.
And now we keep walking straight until the waterfall.
Sounds easy.
Suddenly he jerks his head to look behind him, panicked.
Did you hear that? Hello? Is anyone there?
What are you doing?
I thought I heard something. I just need to make sure no one saw me go down this way.
Do you think someone is following us? Maybe we should kill them.
What?
I'm just joking. Don't worry. No one is following you this time.
Dylan reluctantly turns back and continues down the path with Julie.
When was the last time you walked this?
A long time ago.
Was it with Charlie? Do you miss him? When was the last time you guys talked? It was years before he died, right? I can't remember what it was that made you guys start hating each other.
We never hated each other.
Well, you started avoiding him. That means you either hated him or were scared of him. Which was it?
Neither. I don't want to talk about this. We just had a fight, that's all.
Was it a fight or a falling out? Your friendship fell apart. You pushed each other's
Stop
buttons.
it.
Sorry, I just want to figure out what exactly happened between you and my brother.
Stop pretending you don't know what happened.
He takes off, walks far ahead of her. Scene 3, a clearing in the forest. Dense trees surround a circular open area. There are large rocks, a small pond on one side, a large looming tree on the other. Several branches lean against the larger tree, the remains of an old children's fort. Dylan bursts into the clearing, panting. He puts his hands on his knees and tries to catch his breath. He's exhausted. Julie follows him. She is not out of breath at all.
That hike was longer than I remember.
How long did it take? It felt like no time at all to me.
We've been in this forest for almost 4 hours.
At least we're here now.
He pulls out the map.
We buried the box 15 paces north of the big tree. Now, I guess that must mean 15 child-sized paces, not 15 adult-sized paces.
He begins to walk north from the tree, studying the length of his steps as he walks, places his hand against a section of the ground, contemplating.
So, where did you bury it?
I told you, 15 paces north. It's somewhere along here.
No, not that. Where did you bury my body?
What?
You must have buried it close by. I was standing here when you guys saw me. When you found out, I followed you all the way to your hideout, your secret hideout. The place my brother told me over and over again I couldn't come to. I was here. And Charlie was so mad. You were both so mad. Charlie came up to me. Don't you remember? And he got in my face, pushed me hard. And this is where I fell. My head hit right here against the side of this rock. And I died right on impact. It was here, wasn't it? Do I have the right rock?
Yes, you're right. It was right there.
I thought so. You must have buried my body close by. I can't imagine you would want to move it very far.
No, it's close. I don't want to show you it, though. I just want to find the tin box I promised Charlie I would open. That's it. Then I just want to go home and be done with this.
Dylan starts frantically digging in the ground, digs and digs as Julie watches. He finally finds the tin box, pulls it from the ground and clutches it to his chest, rocking back and forth, embracing the box.
Can I see what's inside?
He opens the box. Inside are various things: hockey cards, money, candy, marbles, photos, trinkets.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Are you disappointed?
He grabs a couple of items from the box. His hands are covered in dirt. The items slip and fall to the ground. He grabs other items. They also slip from his grasp onto the ground. Julie bends down to pick them up.
Leave it.
You don't want?
No, I just need to open the box, see what's inside. If I bring it home with me, I'll keep it forever.
He drops the box and spills it across the ground. He walks a few paces and then motions to a piece of ground marked with several stones just at the edge of the clearing.
This is where we buried your body.
She bends down to brush her fingers against one of the stones.
How many years has it been?
Almost 15.
Can I see the map?
Of course.
Dylan hands Julie the map. She takes it and walks away into the forest. End of play.
Okay, so up next we have Coffee for Two by Wynne Clark Squire. Wynne, if I'm not mistaken, had to work this evening, as so many students have to, unfortunately. So we'll bring up our actors, and we'll let them introduce themselves.
Okay. I'm reading for the barista.
I'm Casey, and I'm reading for Margaret.
My name is Danica, and I'll be reading for Celeste.
The time is the fall of 2010. The place, a cafe in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Light bulbs hang from the ceiling and shine on walls of exposed brick. Wooden tables and uncomfortable metal chairs populate the stage. Margaret sits at a table with 3 chairs and fiddles with her rings. The barista walks over and drops off a plain white mug.
I have your lavender latte here.
Thank you.
No worries, enjoy.
The barista exits off stage and Margaret is left to sit by herself. She takes a tentative sip from her mug and places it back on the table. Celeste, a fashionably dressed woman holding a coffee mug and wearing a massive scarf, enters and scans the room. But Margaret notices her first and waves her over.
Celeste, hi!
Hi, sorry I'm late. The Volvo was in the shop and taking the subway. God, what a mess.
Celeste slowly puts down her coffee cup, removes her scarf, jacket, and purse, and puts them on the empty seat. Margaret stands and waits for Celeste to finish taking off her jacket. They share an awkward hug. Celeste goes to break the hug first. They sit down opposite each other with Celeste's bag and jacket in the middle of them.
Wow, you look so different. I love your hair. Short suits you. I always thought that. It's very chic.
Margaret self-consciously touches the bottom of her hair.
Oh, thank you. I donated it a couple years ago and just decided to keep it short. So much less work, you know?
Oh, don't I know it. It takes me hours to get this right in the morning. I go to Visions on Queen Street. Do you go? Oh, it's the best. Monique has literally changed my life. I used to be so anti-layers, but she's really changed my world around, and I just feel so much more myself with this cut. Like I've really come into my own.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Aw, thank you, Margaret.
So how have you been? I read online that the opening went really well.
Oh God, it was such a stressful few weeks. Everything that could go wrong, went wrong. The building is gorgeous, of course. It's this decadent old brownstone, but it needed so much work, and we were fighting with the city over permits for ages, and the staff. God, what idiots. But it's so much better now. The servers have been whipped into shape, and business is looking really good. We're gonna make it a killing over the holidays.
Celeste waves down and walks by.
Hi, would I be able to get some stevia and a small spoon?
Of course, I'll be right back.
The barista exits the stage. Celeste turns her attention back to Margaret.
So, what have you been up to? Still doing those, little magazines?
My Zinc Collective? No, I stopped working on that a couple of years ago.
Oh.
I still make them sometimes, but more for fun. I actually work in graphic design now.
Oh, wow, how fun.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. My team and I are working on a project right now for CMHA. It's a lot of work, but...
Where is that barista? It does not take this long to get stevia and a spoon. I swear, every time I come here, something like this happens.
Margaret takes an awkward sip from her latte.
But graphic design, artsy, it sounds fun. John used to work in graphic design before he switched to finance.
John? John Baker? Like, your boyfriend from high school?
Yes. Well, actually, he's my fiance now.
You're engaged?
The barista returns with a pack of stevia and a small spoon.
Thank you for your patience. Here you are.
About time.
The barista is flustered.
Thank you.
The barista nods and exits the stage. Celeste empties the pack of stevia and stirs it as Margaret speaks.
So you and John are getting married?
Of course. We reconnected a couple of years ago, and the rest is history. Is that why you wanted to meet? To congratulate me and see the rock in person?
She flashes a massive diamond ring.
No, I didn't even know you were engaged. I asked you here because... do you remember that one summer we helped my mom redo the shed? My cousins from Aurora came down to help us move out the big stuff, and we wanted to paint it purple with pink hearts, but my mom insisted that it had to be red, and...
And we went to the paint store and bought purple and pink paint anyway, and your mom was absolutely pissed.
Yeah!
And your one cousin, what was his name? Greg?
Craig,
right. God, he was a weirdo. No offense. But he made the best grilled cheese sandwiches. What was it he used again? Olive oil?
Mayo.
Yes, mayonnaise. And when that old shed came down, we put up a sheet as a projector and convinced your cousins that we were old enough to watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which we weren't.
I had nightmares for weeks.
Me too.
The two women laugh, lost in childhood nostalgia.
God, I forgot all about that. What a fun summer. So that's what you wanted to talk about, Greta? Just reminiscing about the old days?
Greta? No one's called me that in ages.
Well, I should hope not. Only I was allowed to call you that. Or Margie if I was particularly mad at you.
They take a sip of their coffee. Margaret looks down at her lap.
Yeah, is that all you remember about that summer?
What do you mean?
When my cousins were still there. My cousin Clara, you remember her. She had this obsession with lizards and wore the same lizard shirt for like a month. But, there was one time when she, caught us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Celeste, come on. It's not like how it was when we were kids. You don't have to act like it didn't happen.
I said I don't know what you're talking about. John and I have been together for the past 3.5 years and will be getting married at Casa Loma in 6 months, and I cannot believe that you would reach out to me just to bring up some small and insignificant chapter of our lives. In what? Some perverted attempt to start something again?
Whoa, I'm not trying to start anything. And it was not an insignificant chapter.
Would you lower your voice?
We dated for almost 2 years.
Dated? Margaret, I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now.
Why not? And why the hell are you back with John Baker? You never even liked him. You said that his ears smelled like cottage cheese.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
John is my soulmate, and you insulting him isn't going to make me want to get back together with you.
That's not what I'm trying to do.
Then what are you doing? Why did you even ask me here today?
I wanted to see you so we could have an open and honest conversation about that summer and everything that happened after. It was a really upsetting time in my life, and I've been processing what happened, and I was talking with my therapist, and she suggested...
Your therapist? Look, your mental illness is not my problem. John and I are in love, and you bringing up something that barely happened over 15 years ago is not going to change that. If you need to heal or whatever, that's your business, but I would appreciate it and insist that you keep me out of it.
The two women stare at each other for a moment, decades of history between them.
I'm not trying to get in between you and John, or somehow suggest that what happened between us makes your love any less real. But something did happen between us. It did. Come on. You can't lie to me. I was there too, and you're a shit liar. Acting like nothing happened won't change the fact that it did. You were my first friend, my best friend, and then we fell in love, and then you treated me like dog shit stuck to your shoe. And the crazy part is that Clara didn't even care.
Please stop talking.
You wounded me. You made
The
me.
barista walks by, bursting their bubble. Margaret pauses and waits for her to pass out of earshot.
I was naively hoping that you would apologize, that we could discuss this like adults, and I would finally have some sort of closure from you, but I can see that's not going to happen.
Well, I have nothing to apologize for, so.
Celeste reaches for her items on the chair and starts pulling on her jacket and scarf.
You haven't changed one bit.
Celeste wraps her scarf tightly around her neck.
Well, neither have you.
Celeste and Margaret stare at each other for a final time. Celeste opens her mouth and then closes it. She turns to leave and exits the stage without looking back. Fade to black.
Okay. Our next play is Identity Fraud by Ben Caligari, and Ben unfortunately is also not able to make it tonight.
We're not feeling sorry for him.
Oh, I was about to lie and say something completely
He's on a
different.
beach right now.
Okay, so actors for Identity Fraud. Can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I play. I play Andrew.
And I play Brandon.
Scene 1. Brandon and Andrew sit across from each other in a small coffee shop. Brandon fidgets his pen numerous times rhythmically on the table. Andrew is distracted when he scrolls.
You know something, man? I can't do this anymore.
What? Do what anymore?
Pretend. Keep trying to be someone I'm not.
Well, you're you.
Am I? Do you even know what that means? Because, honestly, most people don't.
Come on now. We've been friends for 14 years.
Right. You know me well, don't you? Like, when I don't correct you, when you say something off, the guy that laughs at the right times, keeps eye contact exactly as long as you'd expect, and never tells you how loud that cafe machine actually sounds to me!
Bro, what?
You wouldn't understand.
Dude, you can't be saying these things and then not giving me the actual answer. You can't just bait me into this without the truth. You can't bring me anything else but the truth.
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
It's difficult to be me. It's a performance. Imagine this. I wake up every day with dread. Everything is filtered and calculated. The thing is, you and everyone else sees quirks. But to me, it's survival tactics.
Survival tactics.
Yeah,
Enlighten me.
it's implied in the name. I've excelled, pretending in a world that doesn't accept me.
I'm pretty certain the world accepts you, dude. It's not 1955 anymore.
Seemingly.
You keep pretending like no one accepts you and that you won't ever be. That isn't the case, man.
Clearly, you're talking out of your ass. As I was saying, imagine you wake up. Your only goal for the day is to survive and fit in because so many people have told you that you need to smile more, or they look at me as some parasitic whatever every time I try to make a joke.
I laugh at your jokes.
And that's because I know you and I've managed to become myself around you. Here's the thing, I don't familiarize as quickly as if you would take plastic off of a brand new piece of furniture. It takes a while for me to do that, and when I do adjust myself, guess what happens?
I'm not sure.
I'm seen as this foreign substance. Imagine you're in a place where you don't speak the language. You want to connect, but the way you naturally communicate doesn't make sense to anyone else. So you start copying how they act, just so you're not alien.
Have you ever felt that way around me?
Sometimes. But it's more unintentional than anything. When you joke about me being quirky, or when you change the subject if I talk too long about anything.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't realize.
Well, most people don't. That's why I just keep it hidden.
Andrew leads in and pats Brandon on the shoulder.
You've done that effortlessly.
Yeah. I guess it's easier to indulge in inauthenticity and blend in rather than to try and bother people with my requests. If I did that, I'd only get stares and people won't be my friend anymore.
You never have to pretend with me, man.
I know.
Is it a natural instinct?
It's something that's been nailed into my brain for a long time. You could say it's primal, I guess. I haven't had any kind of identity since then.
Identity.
Yeah.
So, all of these years, you felt like a figment of your own imagination?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been hard, even though people tell me this. It's hard to truly believe what they say. The mask slips on quite a bit, and it slips off when I'm by myself. You ever wonder why my face becomes emotionless? It's because my social battery is checked out.
How did you learn to deal with it?
You just had to carry on, even though it's difficult.
You can tell me what you're thinking.
Are you sure you want that?
Yes.
Okay. The real me finds this cafe too loud. The real me doesn't always get your jokes, and I wish I didn't have to pretend I do. The real me needs you to be patient when I get stuck on a single topic for ages. The real me wishes that people would stop telling me that I don't look autistic or that everyone has a little autism in them. I wish people would stop telling me that I don't have it and that I'm not being truthful.
That's fine, man. You don't have to worry about it in front of me.
That's good to know, Andrew.
Your idiosyncratic nature is why I was drawn to you in the first place, man. I don't know many other people who could talk about the Ottawa transit system for an hour straight and pull all these facts out of nowhere. Those who shame you are usually the ones who live with rose-colored glasses.
Yeah. They see me as something to stare at. I know I'm a bit of a slut, but that's the whole appeal of me.
That was good, man.
Yeah, social battery is run out. I'll see you tomorrow, Andrew.
Brandon puts on his coat, turns on his noise-canceling headphones.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Brandon exits the coffee shop. Scene 2. Brandon and Andrew walk into the same coffee shop as before. They both go to their regular spot and sit down.
Can I ask you something about autism?
Yes?
Why this spot in the coffee shop?
Oh, the light isn't in my eyes. The baseball cap shields it in a way. It's become the spot where I thrive in. It drives me nuts when someone else sits there. My day is ruined if that's the case.
Interesting.
Yeah, us autistic folk need routine to thrive. Everything needs to be meticulously planned and coordinated, including locations, the time of when we go there, and even the topics of conversation.
They get their drinks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, routine is vital. Chaos ensues when there isn't routine.
Tell me about something you're really into right now, and don't hold back.
If you insist. Okay. I've been very much into bird migration patterns. It's fascinating how they use magnetic fields, even see ocean currents to navigate it. It's damn clever.
Continue.
Well, some birds even have tiny particles of magnetic beads in their beaks, which act like a compass, a natural compass. And there's this one bird, the bar-tailed godwit, and it flies nonstop for days across the Pacific Ocean without ever landing. Not even a moment to rest.
Rush's Tom Sawyer begins to play on the speakers.
Wait a second.
What?
That's Tom Sawyer. I love this song.
That's true.
I thought about this song, and specifically the album Constantly, which is Moving Pictures by Rush. It was their eighth studio album. It was released in February 12th, 1981. And what's fascinating about this album is that this is where Rush really came into their own musically, all right? All 7 songs on this are masterpieces. It's impossible to start off an album better with a song more iconic than Tom Sawyer.
I do really like that album.
Well, can't blame you. The insane instrumentation, along with Geddy Lee's vocals, and the fact that Alex Lifeson can hold rhythm and be able to do solo so effectively is a testament to their craftsmanship for studio albums. Then, to have Red Barchetta be the song after that is a treat. I don't mind that Rush went with shorter songs and crafted more radio hits after that, rather than stick with their progressive rock sound from the 1970s.
I knew you'd have that fixation.
Yeah, turns out Neil Peart wrote Red Barchetta based off a great short story called A Nice Morning Drive by Richard S. Foster. It's cool that at that time driving high speeds were banned and the person only wanted to drive fast. Peart ended up using the Ferrari 166 MM Barchetta instead of the MGB Roadster in that song.
It's crazy how you knew this on the spot.
You know me, special interests. Anyways, the rest of the recording's amazing.
That's facts. Can I ask you another question?
Yes, you can.
Do you ever still feel like a fraud?
Yeah. Even when I'm in my element, the feelings always linger. You know, there are always things in my mind, whenever I'm in the environment of unfamiliarity.
What kinds of things?
But the one that seems to replay in my mind is that I seem to have committed a crime that no one can quite grasp. I shake hands with people, and most of the time I feel as if there's no relief in the grasping of another person's flesh. When I think about who I am as a person, I think about whether or not I can sustain the personality or not, whether it's feasible. Maybe I wonder why people deal with identity crisis. Do they lack anything meaningful in their lives? I'm not saying my life is perfect, far from it, but what I'm saying is that most people don't really see beneath the surface of my carefully crafted facade. They see me as someone who's normal, but what they don't know is that I feel I've committed the worst crime that a person could commit.
What's that?
That would be identity fraud.
End of play.
All right, folks, one more play before our first break of the evening. This is Over the Noise by Marguerite Dawson, and I never say your last name right. Let's hear a little bit about the play yourself.
Hi, so I'm Marguerite Dawson-Garipier, and this is Over the Noise, so I hope you enjoy this Christmas Eve party.
So our actors can introduce their characters as well.
I'm Danica, and I'll be playing Carol and Todd.
I'm Chisholm. I'll be playing Lucy and Murray.
I'm Fiona, and I'll be reading for Sarah.
I'm Mason. I'll be playing Dave.
The setting is a large family gathering on Christmas Eve in a suburban family house, bursting with celebration and decorations. The stage is set to depict the entire room, inside and out, with each room being visible to the audience for the whole play. Although the lights in each room are only activated by Sarah entering the room, the lights from inside the home fade to black when indicated. Scene 1. Lights on the back patio of a suburban house. The backyard is covered with snow. Christmas lights decorate the house, patio, and trees. Sarah stands alone at the edge of the patio. Dave opens the door and leans out from in. Christmas music blasts from the open door.
Babe, what are you doing out there?
Just getting a bit of fresh air.
Planning on coming back in anytime soon?
Yeah, in a minute.
Come on, aren't you cold? Get in here.
In a minute, Dave.
All right, whatever. Food will be ready in like 15. Gonna be in by then?
Yep, I'll be in.
Dave nods and turns back in. The door shuts behind him loudly, and Sarah sighs. She drops her head onto her forearms and leans onto the patio railing. A beat. She takes a deep breath and stands straight and begins talking to herself. She's practicing an impromptu speech.
Dave, my love, I have some good news to share. No.
She warms up her voice.
I know we decided I'd be stay at home, but with all the losses and all, no. Honey, can we talk? Now, I know this is sudden,
The
but
door clacks open.
Oh, sweetie, come back in here. It's too cold outside.
She goes back inside, but leaves the door open.
come on, Sarah, you have to tell him now.
Sarah exits the patio, shuts the door on her way inside. Scene 2. Lights come on in the suburban living room. The room is full of guests and heavily decorated with decorations. A couch is pushed against the wall where Murray and Todd sit lazily. She hesitates at the door, taking in the busy and loud room.
Oh, Sarah, come on here.
She goes,
Come.
she goes to the couch. Murray scoots to the side against Todd, giving Sarah room to sit.
Help us out here, will you? This here fucker.
Murray grabs Todd in a chokehold and nudges him. Todd flails and pushes his uncle away.
Been telling me that the Chubs ain't going another season, but I've been telling him that the Panthers are the one losing.
I guess.
Murray, she doesn't know what your drunk ass is talking about.
Dave watched past the couch, moving towards the kitchen.
Yeah, haven't seen shit yet. When the eggnog
Sorry,
starts
I
flowing,
just-
that when I'm going.
Dave, honey,
She moves toward Dave.
can we talk?
That's a load of bull.
Sure, what's up?
He continues walking. Sarah hurries to follow him out.
Well, it's a bit
Kiddo, you
complicated.
ain't fooling me.
They exit the living room. Lights on in the kitchen. Carol and Lucy are working in the kitchen. The counters are covered with various dishes. Dave and Sarah enter. They settle near the side, leaning against a counter.
So, with everything going
Excuse
on,
me?
Lucy moves towards Dave and nudges him to the side.
I figured, well,
Where are the
what I
gosh
mean
darn
is,
egg rolls?
I
Right
feel like
behind
it was
Sarah.
time
Sarah,
for
darling.
some... What?
The egg rolls, darling.
Oh, right, here.
Sarah turns around to grab the tray of egg rolls and hands them to Lucy. Dave moves to the side again as the women move around them.
Thank you, Carol.
Time
you can't
for-
mix that together. Here,
Huh?
let me.
Well, you said you felt it was time for...
Oh, right, well, it's just that thing have been pretty hectic lately, and I've been
Love,
having
scooch over.
trouble.
Look, babe, can we talk about this later? This really isn't the time. After the party?
Dave moves to the other side of the kitchen entirely and leans against the sink.
Well, it's just that it's
Love,
kind of
can you
important.
bring this to the living room?
Yeah, sure,
Carol
Mom.
hands Dave a tray of cookies.
Dave,
Dave takes the tray and turns to leave.
Sweetie, you too. Gotta get your hands working like the rest of us.
Sarah takes the platter with a tight smile.
sure.
Sarah follows Dave out of the kitchen. Scene 4. Dave and Sarah enter the living room, food platters in hand. Sarah's attempting to get Dave's attention over the cacophony of voices.
Dave, I know this isn't
That's
really
what
the
I've
time,
been
but
saying.
I
Yeah,
really have to
fuck.
talk to you. Dave,
The toothpicks go with the mini sausages.
Sarah places the platter on the coffee table, turns to Dave. Her hand raises to his shoulder and misses just as he turns towards Murray and Todd.
What are you two arguing
Lucy,
about
where
now?
are the napkins? Did we forget to get
Dave,
napkins?
can we just step outside for a
Just
second?
Murray being drunk off his ass again.
Todd and Dave share a look.
As usual.
Dave,
Dave backs his hand backwards towards where Sarah stands, brushing her off. Sarah clenches her fists at her sides, inhales through her nose deeply, and her body stiffens, and then she explodes.
I got a job in Vancouver.
Vancouver? But that's...
Across the country.
Yeah, but it's really good money, and it opens so many doors for...
Why didn't you tell me?
You didn't tell him?
I tried to, but
Clearly not enough.
Mom,
What, like she didn't have time to tell him that during the entire process?
Sarah moves closer to Dave.
Last I checked, getting employed across the country doesn't happen overnight.
Dave,
Mom, this ain't our business.
please say something.
She made it our business by throwing a bomb in the middle of our party.
Really, Mom? You are being ridiculous.
Dave steps backwards, away from Sarah.
I need some air.
Dave exits to the patio and Sarah follows him. The kitchen and living room fade to black. Dave walks to the edge of the patio, looks out into the snowy backyard, his back turned to Sarah. She stands by the door, hands clasped.
I'm sorry
What are you sorry about?
for not telling you sooner.
And why didn't you?
I was I just need some fresh air, something new, something different. And this job, Dave, it's perfect. And it's new, and it's exactly what I need right now.
What's the job?
Marketing consultant.
Couldn't do that here?
Well, no, not here.
You know what I don't get? Why tell me now? After all this time, why now? Here, tonight? What was so important that you couldn't wait until tomorrow? Couldn't wait until we were alone? What? You leaving tomorrow? Is that it? Sarah, are you serious?
I'm not leaving tomorrow. The job starts in the new year.
That's not an answer. When? When are you leaving?
My friend lives on the 27th.
Do you even have a place to stay?
Nothing totally settled yet, but I have a condo lineup.
Wow.
But it's a condo for us, you know? You can come with me. We can buy you a plane ticket.
Don't pretend that you had any intention of me to join you. You did this all on your own. I was never part of it.
You are a part of it. I wanted everything to be ready for us.
Don't. Just don't. You don't have to keep lying to me.
He turns away.
So that's it.
What?
Choose your brand new job over our family?
No, Dave, your family. This is your family. It's never been mine. I don't fit in here.
So what? You're saying it like you don't want to be part of it anymore. What have you been working for then? Why are we even trying?
I don't know, Dave. You tell me. I ask myself that every goddamn day. Why I am even trying when I can't give you the family you want. I'm sorry.
So what, we just give up then? No more trying? You want to split so you can move across the country just to get away from me? From what I'm trying to build for us?
I'm not saying that, Dave. I don't want to get away from you. What are you even?
But you want to get away from my family?
No, I just...
Want something new?
Yes.
Well, I ain't new.
He walks past Sarah.
Enjoy your fresh air.
Dave exits through the door. It clicks softly shut behind him. Sarah stands quietly and stares out to where David just left. A beat. She walks to the door. Her hand hesitates.
In a minute.
Her hand drops to the side. Fade to black.
So we're taking a quick break and help yourself to baked goods.
Hello, Bureau.
right along. Ripples. Vera, do you want to introduce your... Oh, yeah.
Real quick for y'all. I'm Vera Scoltetti, and I've written Ripples. I hope you enjoy.
And our actors.
I'm Aurora, and I'll be playing for Sierra.
I'm Zoe, and I'll be playing Liv.
Lights up. In a small room with beige walls and small pictures scattered around, there is a desk and a mirror, tons of makeup scattered on top against one wall, twin bed against the other. It bears pretty pink sheets and a variety of stuffed animals. A small foot-by-foot window is above the bed, shining sunlight into the room. The floor has randomly scattered women's clothing throughout. There is a nightstand with a bottle of red wine and 2 glasses beside it. The door to the bedroom beside the desk opens. Enter Sierra, wearing a crop top, fashionable cargo pants, Behind her enters Liv. They are in green plaid pants, black hoodie. Sierra walks over to the bed while Liv stands taking their jacket and scarf off.
It's been so long. I'm so happy we are finally able to catch up.
I know. I'm so glad you reached out. It means a lot. I've been so caught up in school, I never find time for friends.
Oh, you can sit down if you'd like. I know it's small, but...
Oh, no, it's fine. Thank you.
Liv places their things on the edge of the bed, sits down on the opposite side of Sierra, legs crisscross.
Your room is so cute.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Sierra jokingly shrugs, grabs the bottle of red wine off her nightstand and pours herself a glass, looks up at Liv.
Would you like some?
Oh, sure. That'd be great. Thank you.
Sierra then moves her nightstand to be in front of both of them, being on wheels.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient, right? So, how's your life? You look so great, by the way. It's wonderful.
Thank you. That's so nice. You obviously look amazing as well, given your newfound self and all.
Oh my goodness, thank you. That means so much to me. You have no clue. I've been so much happier the last year. It's fabulous.
Of course, Sierra. It's so nice to see you as you want to be. But yeah, I've been doing good. I graduated Police Foundations last June. Now I'm taking a law clerk program. I've been learning so much. I'm also still with my boyfriend. I think you would have seen him on Instagram. His name's Will. He's great.
Yes, I do remember seeing him. He has a beard, right?
Yes, that's him. I live with him now too. Pretty good past 4 years, honestly.
Wow, 4 years already? That's awesome, Liv. I'm so happy to hear that.
Ah, thank you, man. I don't mean man like that when I say I just...
Don't even worry. I do the same shit. It's all good.
Oh my god. Okay, good. The last thing I want to do is hurt your feelings.
Stop. You could never.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear. It can be hard to remember that you're still you, even though you're a woman now.
Well, in a way, this is a good thing for me because it means that people from my past can see me as a woman, but on the other hand, yeah, I'm still the person you knew in high school. But the same goes for you, doesn't it? You're a lot more self-expressive and true to yourself than what I could tell in high school. Well, at least from what I see on your social media posts.
I guess you're right. I have been more open about my sexuality, being fluid, but jury is still on gender identity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've always been questioning it, but never pursued anything, so I just landed on non-binary and call it a day from there, I guess.
My ex is non-binary, so I can understand where you're coming from.
Wait, Emily's non-binary now?
Oh god, no. Emily and I broke up back in 2020.
Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I did see her a while back with some boy on her socials anyways. What happened, if I can ask?
That's right. I guess you wouldn't know, eh? I didn't want to be that girl who talks trash about someone else, but she was actually insane. It's not even funny.
Insane? What do you mean insane?
No, for real. She's a pathological liar, dude. It's not even funny.
Oh, okay. I mean, I had no clue. We were friends one day and not the next, so I was just out, you know?
Yeah, I remember that. Get this. She told me that we were no longer going to hang out with you because you were apparently obviously lying about something. I have no clue what it was that you were lying about, but yeah, that's why she cut you off.
That is literally so crazy. Oh my god.
I know, and all I could do was go along with it, knowing that she lies all the time and that this decision of hers made absolutely zero sense.
No, literally. Pot calling the kettle black.
For real.
They sip their wine. Liv then shakes her body and swallows quickly.
Oh my god. Do you remember the time Emily was working? So you and I hung out and we walked down Bank Street and I watched you get a haircut?
Oh my goodness, yes, that was such a fun time. Can't believe she decided to deprive us of a friendship. Like, the funny thing was that I wasn't even better friends with all her girlfriends because I wanted to get with them, but because I wanted girlfriends too.
Because you're a girl.
Because I'm a girl, exactly. So she was totally overreacting, but, like, I guess she didn't know. I didn't even know.
Do you think I can ask you how you did know?
Of course. So I mentioned my non-binary ex, right?
Yes, not Emily.
Well, Maven had always been super open about their gender identity and was non-binary when I met them.
Maven is such a pretty name.
I know, right? She picked it herself too. I've always been a firm believer of it. If you get to pick your own name, why not make it a good name, right? Like, I got to pick Sierra because it's a name I've always loved and it sounds hot.
No, honestly, I completely agree. Like, imagine picking something gross. That would be just a shame.
Exactly, you get it. Well, we would always just sit together scrolling through TikToks. When they came across some kid going on about how they would sit in bed and imagine what it would be like to be the opposite gender, and like how they would sit there and do it every night, and Maven goes, "Well, you're trans, next," and she kept scrolling. So I stopped her and was like, "What are you talking about? Doesn't everyone do that? Like, I always lay in bed thinking about what it would be like to be a girl." The way she looked at me after and just stared, that was when it first ever came to my mind. So after that, being in a queer relationship, I started to experiment with women's clothing and makeup, and it was just set in stone from there, and I became Sierra.
That's so wonderful, Sierra. It's so cool to hear how you became yourself, you know?
Thank you. Honestly, it means the world to have such supportive people from my past around. Like, especially the people who knew me as a boy, because I'm sure you can all see it's still me, just in a different body.
Well, I sure do. Now, more than ever, being able to actually hang out with you again and all.
This is so nice, isn't it? I'm so glad you were able to come over so soon after I reached out. After Maven and I broke up, I kind of played hermit crab and isolated myself for a year, but I'm finally feeling ready to branch out and find out who Sierra's friends actually are.
Liv finishes her wine, puts the glass on the nightstand.
I am so glad to hear that, and I'm honored to be someone that you can branch out to.
Sierra places her glass on the nightstand.
You're too sweet. I actually have something to show you.
Sierra picks a plastic card back up off the nightstand, hands it to Liv. They look at the card.
Oh my god. This is who I knew. That's so cute. I forgot what you looked like as a boy. You are so adorable. And it's weird, like, I can see this guy in you, but I'm struggling to even imagine him as you. Like, maybe a relative, but this guy isn't you anymore. Ah, this is adorable. You're definitely hotter as a girl, by the way.
I know, he was such a little dork boy. It's funny how I'm attracted to the kind of boy I was, though.
Who wasn't? Grade 9 me definitely had a little crush on you, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, stop. No, you didn't.
I did. You were such a cute and kind boy. Every girl had a crush on you.
Oh, I know. I could get any girl I wanted. It was funny because I didn't want them like that. I wanted friends to have girl talks with.
That's so funny, Sierra.
Liv hands the card back to Sierra, places it back on top of the nightstand. Sierra then grabs 2 joints and a lighter.
You smoke weed, right?
Too often, but yes, I do.
Sierra puts one joint between her lips and hands the other to Liv. They take it.
Thanks.
Sierra lights her joint and passes the lighter to Liv. She lights hers.
As I was saying earlier, though, it's just fun to do girl things, and that's why I wouldn't complain to hang out with Emily's friends, because I was just so fascinated by their makeup and outfits and boy trouble, and, like, I know I wasn't gay, but that I liked boys, and that was confusing, you know? Like, I'd be hanging with the guys and think, why do I want to kiss you, bro? It's just so weird.
I get what you mean, though it's weird for me sometimes because ever since the age of like 13, I've been struggling with my gender identity. Like, I know I like having a uterus and I want to give birth to Will's babies one day, but I can't help but wonder what it's like being a guy too, and like a boyfriend to a girl and stuff.
That's actually so interesting. Why do you think you can't figure it out? Is it a lack of wanting to, or?
No. Like, I do hope I figure it out one day, but with Will and our families, I have this weird need not to make ripples, and I feel like this would be ripples. So I avoid the thoughts and just continue on, I think. I don't actually know what's wrong with me, like, ideally. I'd be a man with a feminine reproductive system, but, again, I don't want to make ripples, and so for now, it's safest to just be a low-key, non-binary, genderless blob person who doesn't enforce it. I don't know.
Sierra ashes her joint and then giggles, takes another hit.
You're so cute when you're high, all rambly and stuff.
Oh my god, whatever. I have a weird question though, okay?
Sure, of course.
Okay, so like, before and now too, could you ever like imagine what it was like being a girl?
No, like, I guess when I would have sex, I could try to imagine the roles reversed, but, like, no, if that's what you mean.
Almost like having ghost limbs. Like, have you ever just sat and imagined what it was like to be one so much that you can almost feel the feeling, you know? Because sometimes I'll just sit and imagine, and I can actually feel what it would be like to be a girl, you know? What, you've never done that?
Are you sure you're not trans?
Spotlight falls on Liv, freezing, everything unlit in time. She stands up.
That's just too many ripples.
Blackout, end of play. Thinking trap.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jeremy Jasiak. I wrote Thinking Trap, and it's a play about a very anxious man. Enjoy.
I'm Casey, and I'll be reading for the barista.
I'm Mason. I'll be reading for Danny.
I'm Jishan. I'll be reading for Brain.
I'm Danica, and I'll be reading for Sandra.
Kelsey Cafe, bright coffee shop on a street corner. Seating area to the left, counter in the middle, glass window and entry to the right. Summer sun beams into the building, creating a picturesque natural lighting across the dark wood finishings. Barista works idly with a peppy smile. A Caucasian lady, Sandra, enters and approaches the counter.
Hiya, can I get a medium black coffee?
Barista taps away at their cash register.
Sure thing. Will that be everything?
Yeah, thank you.
That'll be $2.65 when you're ready.
Sandra taps her phone to pay.
Name for the order?
Sandra.
I'll get that to you in a minute.
Thanks.
Sandra smiles and sits at one of the tables, producing a book to read. At the same time, Danny enters, timidly, and striding in from behind him, his brain. The brain inspects the cafe fully.
Yep, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Danny turns to leave.
Avoidance.
He turns back.
You're right, I know. I thought there'd be more people. It's worse somehow with less people.
Brain walks over to Sandra, doing a full loop around her, then leaning in front of her, getting right between the book and her face. He cannot be seen by anyone. Strides back to Danny.
Okay, we have just got to walk up and ask. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, okay.
Starts to walk over.
Wait, we need to order something or the owner might get mad.
Assumption?
Well, yeah, but he will probably, maybe possibly.
Oh God, you're right.
Danny lands abruptly at the counter.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks.
There's a pit forming in our stomach. I think we might puke.
What can I get for you today?
Oh,
Oh my God, quick chorus, something, anything.
Chai latte.
And is that everything?
Yes, thank you.
Chai latte, alrighty. And your total is $4.52.
Right, yeah, okay.
He definitely hates us.
Danny produces a mint of change from his pocket and fumbles out the exact amount.
Sorry.
My God, why did we pay in change?
Name for the order?
Danny.
Danny turns away, shrinks back across the room.
Well, that was a whole endeavor. I'm exhausted already. You just know they're going to complain to someone tonight about you.
Why am I like this?
Genetics and poor diet.
Oh, yeah, right.
Two things you have no control over. Now, the plan...
I can't do it.
Duh, no kidding. I know we can't, but we have to. Just ask. It's a simple question.
What if I seem like a creep? How do I look?
Danny looks into a window, squinting to see his faint reflection.
Crap, like we always do.
Oh God, I can't go through with this.
The longer we stand around sweating, the more creepyish we're gonna look.
I'll just get my latte and go.
We can't go. Think of what Dr. Kramer says.
Brain produces a hand puppet dressed like a doctor. He puts on a funny monotone voice.
If we stay afraid of things in our lives that are not dangerous and could even be beneficial for us, then exposing ourselves to them is the only way forward.
Right.
Brain drops the voice but still uses the puppet.
And if you don't do this, I'll be very disappointed, and you will be irredeemed in my eyes.
Oh, God, he will. Dr. Grammer will be so disappointed if I screw this up.
Brain puts the puppet away.
That's therapist for you. Extremely judgmental.
Danny puts his head in his hands, paces around within his own personal space.
One piping hot black coffee for Sandra? Sandra?
Sandra pauses in her book, slight embarrassment on her face, gets up, grabs the coffee, and returns to her seat.
Great. Now we know her name.
Is that worse?
It feels worse.
Oh, God.
Enough. Get her act together. Go ask her.
But it's so stupid. I'll seem like an idiot.
We have to ask her. Come on, ask her. Where's the shoe store?
But I know where it is.
Doesn't matter.
It's across the street. I can see it through the window. Chim's shoe shack.
Yes, and we look like the world's dumbest creep. It's painfully obvious where the shoe store is, and that's why Dr. Grammer and ourselves chose it. If it was a question that made sense, then you wouldn't build up a tolerance. An insane question for an insane man.
I'll look like a complete fool.
Unfortunately, that's the point. To look like a fool and realize you can deal with that.
But I can't deal with that. What if she gets mad at me? What if Sandra gets angry, starts yelling and raging right here?
Well, you don't know that. You are thinking ahead, reading her mind. Is it reasonable to assume she'll be furious?
I mean, no, yeah, that's an unreasonable assumption.
She might, though.
You really think? Really? She might get mad?
Well, yes, obviously she might. Are you kidding? And if that happens, I recommend either throwing ourselves into traffic or perhaps moving cities, whichever seems more prudent.
Like, who am I to bother her? What gives me the right?
Well, we are in a right pickle here. We can't go. In a fear of disappointing of Dr. Grammer.
And I can't continue in fear of embarrassing myself in front of these two people.
And then the fear of ruining the front of someone's car.
Am I really gonna throw myself in front of a car for this?
What are you, stupid? No, we have a latte on the way.
It was your idea.
No, it was our idea. Okay, how about, try switching into work mode.
Work mode?
Yeah, work mode. Pretend as if we are at work.
What'll that do?
Because we are not like this at work. We can walk up to anybody at work, say anything. It's incredible.
I can't do that.
Right, we can't. Why not?
Because I'm not at work. I'm in this fucking coffee shop. I hate this coffee shop. I hate all goddamn coffee shops.
Well, that is why we selected this place.
I didn't. Dr. Grammer did.
After we said, and I quote, I should try this exercise out in Kelsey Cafe, I just get so stressed out here. End quote.
Oh, shit, right. Well, that was past me. Present me hates past me. He's always making mistakes. I'm better than past me. Present me makes no mistakes.
Jesus Christ, do we hear ourselves? We haven't even tried to pretend we are at work. Look, this lady, or Sandra as we know now, looks a bit like Carol from work.
Carol's black.
Yeah, well, she looks a bit like her. Not a spitting image, admittedly. Just pretend she's Carol and ask about the shoe store.
But she's not Carol.
Daniel, we literally work in human resources. How are we so bad at this? Why can't we work this out?
That's at work. There's structure, rules, expectations at work. People expect me to talk to them at work. People don't expect a random man to accost them about footwear. So I'm going to leave.
Danny does a full 360-degree turn, spinning to leave. He keeps spinning, ending up back where he was.
But just think how good we'll feel when we push through and do this normal thing that normally people can do. Normally.
I'm not normal?
Actually, yes, you are normal.
I am?
No, of course you are normal. Have you not been listening to yourself? To me?
Oh, right. Okay. You know, it's just...
Look, has one of these exposure therapies endeavors ever gone wrong before?
Well, no, they've all gone very well.
Which means the chances of this one going terrible are at an all-time high.
What?
This is going to go terrible and there's nothing we can...
Result. A result is a result. Dr. Grammer says that getting a positive reaction isn't the goal, just to do it. A result is a result, so I shouldn't worry.
No, do worry.
Yep, okay, I'm worrying.
How have we found ourselves in this situation? This is awful. This is the worst day ever. This is the most terribly, horrendously difficult thing we have ever had to do. And if we fail, then you have failed at life itself.
Holy fucking shit, you really think so?
Hyperventilate.
Yes, so you have to do it. If you don't, you will literally die. Your family will disown you. Your friends will call you a lousy loser. And your cat will be hit by a car. And the entire world will begin to crumble around you, swallowing you up. You are head pounding and pounding, spinning and spinning. Jesus H. Christ, what are we gonna do? We are panicking out here. What the living shit are we gonna do, Danny?
Danny, chai latte?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
He takes the cup, begins to slowly, so very slowly move towards Sandra.
Have a good one. Enjoy.
Yeah, you too.
Man, that barista really hates us.
I have to do this.
Are we going for it?
I think I can do it.
Can we do it?
It'll be fine.
Of course it will. Yes, this is nothing meaningless. We can do it.
I can.
He reaches Sandra, looming over her slightly. She looks at him.
Excuse me? Would you happen to know where I can find the shoe store?
Oh yeah, actually it's right across the street there.
Oh, wow, look at that. Must have missed it somehow. Thank you.
Danny and Brain walk away.
Oh, I did it. I actually did it. Oh my god. Oh, what a relief. I have absolutely no idea why I was so stressed. That seems so ridiculous. Why was I stressed at all?
Exactly. Why on God's green earth were you stressed about that? Are you mentally tense? What a sorry display, you stupid piece of shit.
But don't I deserve credit for that?
No. Tough shit, pal. You can't dwell on what's in the past. Come on, let's go.
I'm tired of you telling me what to do.
I am quite literally your own mind.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of it. Constantly telling me what I can and can't do, what I should be afraid of. It's you that's causing this problem. You clearly don't work correctly. I shouldn't be contradicting myself. I'm capable of doing these simple things. And even though I struggle, I can work through it. I won't let myself discount the positive this time. No, you need to shut up. I need to shut up. I've done good today. And yeah, I know it's not much. God, it seems so meaningless in the grand scheme. But hey, it's a start. So if you would just shut the fuck up for 2 goddamn fucking seconds so I could hear myself think beyond your constant scream of anxiety-inducing drivel, then maybe I'd make some actual fucking progress. Now come on, I'm leaving.
He walks to the door.
Hold it. Nice try.
He stops, turns around. Brain slowly produces the puppet.
Now you are going to want to repeat this exercise 5 to 10 times, asking different people the same question, building up resistance to the pattern of fear and avoidance. Or else...
I don't think...
Avoidance.
But what if...
Assumption.
You're right, I know.
Come on, Danny. It's all a part of exercise. Don't worry. I'll get used to it.
Fade to black. Our next play is What Happens in Vegas by Shayla Rousel. A little shift over here. I'm a new appearance.
Shayla is at work. However, this is for Shayla Rosewell, and it is called What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas.
Rick, you're reading. We're just going to introduce the actors and what part they're playing.
I'm Rick, and I will be inhabiting the role of drunk guy.
My name's Teri, and I'll be Paisley Moss, a teenager, Gen Z, granddaughter, and daughter of the trio.
I am Casey Barlaban, and I will be playing Diane Moss in her late 40s. Hi, daughter.
I'm Laurie Fyffe, and I'm playing Edith Moss in her 70s, a boomer and grandma.
Hi, Mom.
A hotel hallway. Edith, Diane, and Paisley approach their hotel room with various shopping bags. Paisley holds the key card to the hotel room.
That so-called entertainment was so much ruckus, I could barely hear myself think.
But Cirque du Soleil, Grandma? Did you really expect it to be quiet? The door's open. Did you forget to close it, Mom?
Hey, why'd you assume it was me?
Because you're the last one out this morning and you always forget, Mom. I mean, really.
All right.
Oh, for Christ's sake, just get in.
The girls enter. The room is small but quaint, with 2 queen-size beds. There's a bathroom to the left.
Mom, did you move my clothes again? I told you I like keeping them on the bed.
Well, I don't like clutter, and the maid can't make the bed if all of your stuff is on it.
Paisley's foot hits something. She looks down. There's a dead man on the floor. Diane screams. Oh, sorry. Edith simply steps over the body and sits down on the bed.
Mother?
What?
Do you not see this?
Diane gestures frantically to the dead man.
Was it not here this morning?
No.
Paisley takes a photo of the dead guy.
Paisley?
What? It's a dead guy. It's awesome.
How is the dead guy awesome? And stop referring to him as the dead guy.
You referred to him as the dead guy.
Well, stop it. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Diane runs to the bathroom. Throwing up noises are heard. Edith looks at Paisley.
Pillow mint?
Edith offers the pillow mint. Paisley takes it. Diane returns, disheveled and sickly.
Diane, calm down. You're such a worrywart.
There's a dead man on our floor, and you're telling me to calm down?
We can call the cops. Relax.
She paces around the room.
Cops. Right.
No, we cannot call the cops.
Why not?
Because we totally look guilty. Like, what are we gonna say? Hey, police officer, we just got back to our hotel room and innocently found this dead guy in our room. But we didn't kill him, promise. We didn't kill him, right?
Of course not.
Okay.
Diane and Paisley both look at Edith eating pillow mints off her pillow.
Mother?
No, relax. I didn't kill him.
Diane and Paisley both
I
relax.
mostly likely didn't.
Edith eats another pillow mint. Diane looks anxiously at Edith and Paisley waves her off.
What if we can't go to the cops? What do we do?
Okay, well, I got this. I have watched every episode of True Crime on YouTube ever. I've been waiting my whole life for this.
You've been waiting your entire life to find a dead guy? How are you raising her, Diane?
Not now, Mother.
Paisley pulls out a pair of gloves from her shopping bag. She puts them on and kneels next to the dead guy and examines his body.
Paisley, don't touch him.
Relax, Mom. I know what I'm doing. God.
Edith turns the TV on. An episode of True Crime Show plays. Diane and Paisley both stare at her.
Sorry. Too soon?
This is a family crisis and you're watching TV?
I can't miss my reruns.
Unbelievable.
You know, that's weird.
What is?
Well, it's like, okay, so his throat was slashed. I mean, he isn't just dead.
Oh, God.
He was totally killed.
Diane runs to the bathroom and throws up again. Clattering noises as we hear Diane rummaging through the bathroom.
Where the hell is my toothbrush? I left it on the counter before we left, didn't I?
Mom, can you just focus for a second? There's no murder weapon. So who would dispose of him in our hotel room? Has anyone got enemies trying to blackmail them?
Paisley turns to Edith. Diane looks at Edith from the bathroom, wiping her mouth with a face cloth. Edith shrugs and stands, walking to the desk.
Perhaps.
Paisley and Diane stare.
God, I'm kidding. You are both so uptight.
Uptight? Well, anyway, we gotta get rid of him, right? Any ideas?
Diane paces back and forth. Edith grabs the phone from the desk.
No, God, I really think we should just call the cops. If we explain ourselves, they'll understand, right?
Do you really want to take the risk of having your 17-year-old daughter thrown in jail?
Well, maybe the police can help us.
Yes, hello? Oh, I want to order room service. Oh, just some soup and crackers.
Grandma!
My room number is...
Paisley and Diane both jump at Edith. They take the phone from her hand
What
and hang up.
do you think you're doing? You can't order room service. We can't have any witnesses.
I'm hungry. And I don't care if I go to jail. I'm old. I'm gonna die anyway. And it ain't gonna be on an empty stomach.
Well, I don't want to go to jail. I can't go to jail.
The phone rings. Diane screams. Paisley disconnects the phone and throws it against the wall. A knock is heard on the door. Off stage, voice of housekeeping. Diane screams. Paisley puts her hand over Diane's mouth.
Occupied!
Another knock. Paisley jumps over the bed and gets the door. Off stage, the housekeeper tries to open the door. Paisley locks it. Diane grabs a paper bag and hyperventilates into it. Edith lays down on the bed, snuggled up underneath a fuzzy blanket.
We're busy. Just come back later. No towels, thanks.
Footsteps are heard as the housekeeper walks away. Diane and Paisley both let out a sigh of relief.
Okay, all right? No more talk about cops or room service or any other bullshit. Everyone here put on a pair of gloves. We're gonna get rid of this guy and get the hell out of here.
Paisley throws a pair of gloves at Diane and Edith. Edith looks up from under her covers. The pair of gloves hit her in the face.
Oh, God. Okay, Mom, you're going to help us too. Come on, hurry. I'm not getting any younger.
Neither is he.
Mother!
Well, it's true.
Edith grumbles loudly as she gets out of bed. Diane and Edith both put on their gloves.
Okay, everybody grab a limb. We're gonna pick him up on the count of 3.
Diane puts her hand over her mouth with one hand. Edith reaches down and grabs a leg. Diane grabs another leg. Paisley grabs underneath his armpits.
Wait, are we picking him up on 3 or after 3?
Why is it on 3? Can't we just say, go? Oh, my back hurts.
You're complaining about your back when this is all your fault?
Hey, how is this my fault? I was kidding. I'm no killer.
You just make a lot of enemies that want to blackmail you.
Guys!
Is that it?
On 3! 1, 2, 3!
Paisley lifts her hand and instantly falls to her butt.
How dare you accuse me of such a thing? I'm still your mother.
And a terrible one at that.
Guys!
Diane and Edith both look at her.
It doesn't matter how he got here or why he's here or who's responsible. We have to get rid of him right fucking now. So either you're gonna help me or get the hell out of my way.
That anger, she gets that from you, you know.
Really, Mom? You want to criticize me right now? When we're each holding a dead man's leg.
Paisley throws her hands up, exasperated, and drags the guy across the carpet by herself, as Diane and Edith bicker back and forth. The guy's blood smears across the carpet.
Oh, hey, Paisley, watch where you drag him. You're making it worse.
Paisley drops the dead guy.
I'm making it worse.
Honey.
Don't honey me. I'm the one to try to figure out this shit. Well, you guys bicker like a couple of schoolgirls. You want to try and dispose of him? Well, be my guest.
Paisley sits on the bed and crosses her arms.
Paisley, don't be like that.
Oh, forget her. We can do this ourselves and not smear the guy's blood all over the carpet. Grab his arms.
Diane grabs his arm. Edith grabs his legs.
Okay, on the count of 3.
Why do you get to count to 3?
I'm the mom.
Well, by that logic, so am I.
Yeah, and your daughter knows how to perfectly dispose of a dead body. You aren't exactly winning Mother of the Year.
Oh, and you are? With your reruns and your room service and your complete lack of help?
How dare you speak to me like that? Act like a grown-up.
No, you act like a grown-up.
Oh, real mature. I'm counting to 3 and that's the end of it. No more arguing. 1, 2, 3.
Edith and Diane try to lift him up, but instantly drop him. Paisley watches their feeble attempt.
He's too heavy. Maybe if you had a husband, he would help us.
You really want to talk about my love life right now, Mother?
What love life? Your love life is as dead as he is.
Mother, God, you're so insensitive
Can you
sometimes.
both of you just shut up?
Do not raise your voice at me, young
Shut
lady.
up, Grandma!
Paisley!
No, I'm sick of this. Why do we even do these girl trips when you guys can't go more than 2 minutes without fighting? It is so goddamn exhausting.
Well, you don't have to come. No one forces
No, you force me, and Mom forces me, and you're both like, blah, blah, blah. We need to celebrate family where we can blah, blah, blah. And then you fight the entire time, and you complain, and you nag each other. Why do you insist on these stupid weekends if you guys hate each other?
I don't hate her.
Edith and Diane both look at each other.
I don't hate you.
Well, I don't hate you either.
You know, I really do
Oh my God, this is not the time for heartfelt memories. Save it for the car ride home.
Right. Everyone grab a limb. We're going to do this together.
Paisley, Edith, and Diane each grab a limb.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
The girls lift the dead body and carefully walk into the bathroom. They set him down on the ground and grab the shower curtain. They wrap the shower curtain around the dead body and tie it in a makeshift body bag.
Okay, we did it. No, you idiot. You think wrapping him up solves all the issues? We still have a dead body on our hands.
So what do we do?
Well, how should I know?
I thought you'd been waiting your whole life for this.
Yeah, well, just shove him in the closet, okay? I don't care anymore. We just gotta get the hell out of here. Grandma, grab whatever cleaning supplies you can, clean the carpet. Mom, get the bags ready.
Right.
The girls pick up the wrapped up body and shove him in the closet, hiding him behind bed sheets. Edith cleans the carpet, Diane gets their shopping bags together and look inside the closet.
Where the hell is all of our stuff? Did we pack the car this morning?
Well, we must have. Everybody just put on your sunglasses, scarves, so security can't pick up our faces.
The girls each put on a pair of sunglasses and wrap their heads in scarves.
Never speak of this again.
Of course not. Whatever happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, nothing. Mother-daughter thing.
You guys are totally weird. God, let's just go. Let's just hope everyone's cool with moving to Mexico.
Mexico? Why would we have to move to Mexico?
It's what everybody does on TV.
We don't even have passports.
Ugh.
The girls scurry out of the room and close the door. A beat of silence. A drunk guy walks into the room.
Hey, where'd the dead body go?
Lights dim, end of play. Dog's Day.
Oh no.
Oh my God, stop. I am Veronica Mangio. I wrote A Dog's Day. It is about a day with a dog.
Okay, my name's Casey Barleben, and I will be reading for Dr. Merced.
My name's Mason. I'll be reading for Steve.
I'm Danica. I'll be reading for Mr. Spot.
Mr. Spot, a labradoodle, wakes up one Sunday morning feeling sluggish. He gets up and walks over to the kitchen with a wide yawn and a stretch. Steve, in his plaid pajamas, is there waiting for him. He has a full bowl of dog food in his hands and sets it on the ground with a clang.
Morning, Mr. Spot. You look sleepy.
I am, Dad. I had some bad dreams again. Thank you for breakfast.
Mr. Spot takes a seat on the ground and starts to eat his food.
It was so scary, Dad. I was in a dark room all by myself, and there were no toys. I couldn't even see out a window. How was I supposed to go outside? It was terrifying.
Steve makes coffee, the beat of the machine echoing. He doesn't look at Mr. Spot.
But then I woke up and you were in bed. You weren't snoring as loud as you used to, Dad. That's good. Wow, Dad, I am just so sleepy today. Are you feeling it in the air too? The food is so good, Dad. Thank you. It's always so good. Not as good as bacon, though. I love bacon, Dad. You used to love bacon too, Dad. Then you started bringing over Vanessa, and you eat less bacon. Ugh, Vanessa. No, I'm just kidding, Dad. I like Vanessa. She gives me a head pass and sneaks me food when you're not looking. You didn't hear that, right, Dad? I'm pretty sleepy, Dad.
Steve starts to cook more food on the stove.
Wait, is that actually bacon I smell, Dad? I was just saying I liked it. You didn't have to cook it, Dad. Wow, this is awesome, Dad.
Bacon sizzles in the pan. Steve sets some out in a plate, brings the plate of bacon over, places it beside Mr. Spot's bowl.
Here you go, boy. Got your favorite.
Mr. Spot slowly eats the few pieces of bacon, big smile on his face. When he finishes, he starts to walk back to the food bowl, but bumps his leg on a table. A glass falls off the top and smashes.
Ouch! That sure hurt. Oh no, I made a mess. Sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to. I'm just a little clumsy. I've been so clumsy lately, Dad. I'm sorry. I'll do better. Don't be mad. My chest is just really hurting again, Dad. I'm sorry.
Steve pats Mr. Spot on the head before cleaning up the broken glass.
Don't worry, pal. I know it was an accident. It's okay.
Once the glass is cleaned up, he finishes his coffee. He grabs a leash.
Oh boy, Dad. Are we going for a walk? I love walks, Dad. I'm so excited. Let's go for a walk. I'll be fine with my chest.
You ready to head to the park?
Oh, I don't know if I want to go to the park, Dad. Can we just go on a walk instead? The park is full of puppies and they play too rough. I'd rather just you and me, Dad.
You don't seem very excited for the park. What about a star pup? You want to get one of those?
Oh boy, I love star pups. Let's go. What are you standing around for? Let's go, Dad.
They head off stage. Scene 2. Steve and Mr. Spot are now on a quick walk around the mall. Steve is holding an empty plastic cup. The leash, though wrapped around Mr. Spot, is unneeded as the loyal companion stays by his side. They walk slowly.
Oh wow, Dad, I love the mall. There's always so many scents. I can't believe we drove all the way here.
We've got an appointment after this, but I thought you might enjoy the mall for a bit. Where do you think we should go, Mr. Spot?
To the cafeteria. I can smell the hot dogs already.
I think we should go to the pet store, too. Maybe we can get you a new blanket.
No, I like my old blanket.
You don't seem to be a big fan. What about...
He grabs the phone from his pocket, checks it.
Oh, crap, we're running out of time. Let's hurry up. We just got a star pup, so no ice cream like I was thinking. What about a hot dog?
Yeah, I love a hot dog. Can we slow down a bit, though, Dad? My chest is starting to hurt again.
That one's got more excitement. All right, buddy, let's go get you a hot dog. Maybe I'll grab one, too.
Scene 3. Steve and Mr. Spot are sitting in a car together. Mr. Spot is curled up on the seat. His eyes are dragging and yawns seem to overtake him as he tries to stay awake.
Had a pretty big day today. Hey, bud. Is your chest okay?
It was fun, though, Dad. I had lots of fun. My chest hurts a bit, but it's okay. More tolerable than most days.
Oh, don't fall asleep yet. Still have one more thing we have to do.
Another thing? This is so fun, Dad. I woke up and thought you were going to work today, but now we're just spending all day together.
Car comes to a stop. Steve parks. Using the leash, he lifts Mr. Spot out of the car and sets him gently on the ground.
What? This is a vet, Dad. No way. I'm not going. No way. You can't make me. No way.
It's gonna be okay, buddy. I know it's scary, but it's just a checkup. If you come in, I'll give you another treat.
Another treat?
Maybe I'll even give you 2 treats.
2 treats. I want 2 treats. What are you waiting for? Let's go, Dad.
Got some energy now, don't you?
Come on, Dad. Let's get the checkup over with.
Scene 4. Mr. Spot and Steve are sitting in the waiting room for the vet. Steve is reading a book. His hands shake. Mr. Spot is sitting in his chair.
Those treats sure hit the spot, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Are you okay?
Dr. Mercer enters, walks into the room, a clipboard held tightly in his hands.
Steve and Mr. Spot solo?
That's us. That's me and Dad.
Are you ready?
No.
Steve sucks in a breath again as he forces himself to stand.
I hate going to the vet. This is so scary, Dad. It'll be okay, though. You'll be there.
Dr. Mercer leads Steve and Mr. Spot into the treatment room.
Wait, I forgot something. Can you wait a minute?
His hands tremble, but Dr. Mercer gives him the go-ahead. He leaves for a few minutes and returns with the ratty old blanket.
That's my blanket.
Here, buddy. Got this for you. Might make it comfy.
He hands Mr. Spot the blanket and immediately starts to cuddle it.
This is for him, remember. The tumor on his lung is only going to get worse.
I know,
What's a tumor, Dad?
You sure there's nothing else we can do?
We've already tried the medication and it's only been getting worse.
But there's nothing else? There can't be any other way?
I know it's hard. We've tried 3 treatments and he's an older dog. He's had a good life.
It's not enough, though.
Dad?
I can't do this. I can't be here.
Are you sure?
Dad?
Steve rushes out of the room. He leaves Mr. Spot alone. Dr. Mercer starts to gather some medications for an injection. Mr. Spot clings to his blanket, starts pawing at the door, but Dr. Mercer leads him back to his pad.
It'll be okay, boy.
Where did Dad go? Dad? Dad, can you come back, please? You said everything's okay. Why were you crying? I don't know this man. He's scary. Dad, it's so scary in here. Dad, it's scary. I'm scared. Dad, please. It's cold, Dad. It's getting dark. Dad? It's so cold. It's so cold.
End of play.
All right, next up is Amy Lawford's play, Desperate Measures. And this is our 10th play, so there'll be a short break after this one, and then we'll finish up with the last one. Amy. Awesome. Scene 1. Denise and Carl are sitting together at the round kitchen table. Oh, sorry.
You can do it yourself, yeah.
Jumping down a little bit.
We've had them all a couple of times.
No one will read it, the ghosts.
Let's introduce ourselves again.
I smell Rick.
Sorry, Rick, I couldn't stand it anymore. I'm Aurora, and I'll be reading for Denise. I'm reading for Jackson.
And I'm Carl.
Denise and Carl are sitting together at their round kitchen table. They both look stressed, as if they've been arguing for some time. Carl's face is covered with his hands. There's a leather briefcase sitting on the floor next to Denise.
God damn it, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about Jackson? This isn't funny anymore. I guess it stopped being funny a long time ago, when it was just a weed. I mean, I thought we could overlook it. Lots of kids experiment with that stuff, but Oxy. What are we gonna do, Denise?
Well, I have an idea.
Oh, really?
Carl is interrupting, cuts himself off, looking up as Jackson enters the room. Jackson stumbles and throws his school bag down on the floor.
Hey guys. So, I have something to tell you.
Oh, Jackson, what now? I've already had enough from you. What the hell did you do this time?
I got suspended today.
Son! Okay, tell us what happened.
The teacher caught me and Brandon in the bathroom and claimed we had drugs.
Well, did you?
Okay, well, yeah. But a lady teacher shouldn't be following us into the boys' bathroom anyway. It's pervy. So really, she's to blame. I'm the victim.
Stop that right now. You think you're the victim in any of this? I have a reputation that I'd like you to stop ruining.
Yeah. I don't give 2 shits about your reputation. But I know that's all you care about.
Jackson, go to your room.
Fine. If you need me, I'll be digging myself an early grave. Not that you care.
Well, That went well.
Don't even start with me. I'm his mother, and I did not raise him to act like this. He's doing it on purpose to humiliate me, I swear.
She reaches for her briefcase and pulls out some papers.
And what are those?
I told you, I had an idea, and now I don't even care if you agree. This is his 3rd suspension, and next time he'll be expelled. I will not have my only son expelled from high school for being a delinquent.
Denise throws the stack of papers on the table towards Carl. Carl picks them up and reads.
Dr. Mackenzie's Wilderness Exploration Program for Troubled Teens? This is your big plan.
Yes, this is my plan. I've let you try your nice and gentle approach, but it's gotten us nowhere. So I'm taking over. I've already talked to Dr. Mackenzie on the phone, and they have a spot for Jackson next week. All that's left to do is sign the papers.
Well, okay, wait a minute. I mean, what even is this program? You want us to send Jackson into the woods for a year? How's that gonna help?
Well, you can't get drugs in the woods, can you?
But we won't even get to see him. How can we be sure he's okay?
He'll be fine. Stop overreacting. Maybe this will teach him that actions have consequences.
He needs to be supported right now, not abandoned.
You're so dramatic. This is for his own good. He needs to be in the real world and get some perspective.
This is only gonna push him further away from us. I really don't think it's a good idea.
He's pushing his future far away right now by acting like a crackhead. I've already made up my mind on this, so you need to get on board. You haven't come up with anything better in the past 2 years, so now we're doing it my way. Sign the damn papers, Carl.
Denise grabs a pen from her briefcase and throws it on the stack of papers.
Sign it now, or else.
He sighs and runs his hands through his hair.
Fine, Denise. We can try this. But I want to be able to have contact with him. And I'm bringing him back home at the first sign of trouble.
That's not how this works. Dr. Mackenzie said lots of these teens try to manipulate their parents into taking them back early. He says it's best if we wait a couple months before Family Day.
You really think this is the best thing for him?
I do, Carl. I really do.
Okay.
They sign.
So how long do we have with him?
The next program starts next week. Dr. Mackenzie recommends not telling him until the staff arrive with the van. He says lots of kids try to run away if they find out.
Seems a little sneaky.
Man up, Carl. We both know the next week will go a lot smoother if Jackson doesn't know.
I know. I just want what's best for him.
Scene 2. In the family's living room, Carl is sitting on the couch looking nervous. Denise is reading a book in an armchair next to him.
So, what time are they coming?
Would you stop being such a baby? They just said sometime in the afternoon.
And they're just gonna take him. What if he doesn't agree?
Dr. Mackenzie assured me they could handle him. He says the kids often need some convincing, but they'll get him in the van by any means necessary. Could be any minute now, I guess.
Jackson enters the room.
Hey, so I'm going to meet up with Brandon. I'll be back whenever. Don't wait up.
Not today, you're not. Nobody's leaving this house until I say so.
Yeah, right, like you're gonna stop me.
Son, come sit down.
Jackson looks between his parents and sighs before sitting on the couch next to Carl.
Okay, what is this? Some sort of intervention? Can't you wait until tomorrow to lecture me?
I am sick of your attitude. You cannot talk to your parents like that.
I'll do what I want, woman.
Well, not for long. You've pushed me too far, young man. Dr. Mackenzie's gonna straighten you out.
Who the hell is Dr. Mackenzie? Don't tell me you want me to talk to another shrink. They don't do shock therapy anymore, you know, even though you wish they would.
No, I've found something better. Something you can't run away from or escape.
Dad, she's not being serious, right? What's going on?
Listen, it was a difficult decision, Jackson, but your mother came up with a plan and I just didn't know what else to do. I've tried everything I can think of, but I just can't get through to you. So if being in the forest with Dr. Mackenzie will help, then maybe it's for the best.
What? What do you mean? The what?
Maybe it'll be like camping, you know? You used to like camping when you were little.
Okay, one of you explain to me what's happening right now.
I talked to a very reputable psychologist who runs a behavioral therapy program for teens who refuse to listen to their mothers.
Okay, Why is therapy happening in the woods?
It's a group therapy, away from distractions, technology, and drugs.
And us.
Yes, and us. Maybe I'll finally get a break from the constant headaches I get from dealing with your problems.
You can't be serious. Dad, come on. You can't agree with her.
I don't know what else to do. I mean, maybe we should both listen to your mother.
When has that ever worked? You never listen to her either.
Just give it a chance, son. Maybe it'll help you figure out some things.
Have you lost your mind? Camping in the woods for a month isn't going to do anything.
That's right. That's why it's a year-long program.
What? A year? You're crazy! I'm 16. You can't do this to me. You can't send me there for a year. What are they going to do? Dance around a fire and sing Kumbaya?
I don't know what they have planned there, but I know what you're not going to be doing. Drugs. And you won't be humiliating this family anymore either.
Humiliating this family or humiliating you? I know your reputation is all you care about. It always has been. All my life, you've been pressuring me to be the perfect kid. Piano lessons, tennis club, calligraphy. No wonder I cracked. And your solution is the goddamn woods? I expected this from her, but not from you. Dad, you have to do something. Snap out of it.
I have tried with you. I've tried to be patient and supportive, but your mother is right. It hasn't helped you, and I've been enabling you.
No, you're great. You're a great dad. You can change your mind. Please pick me. Don't side with the wicked witch. I'll do anything you want. I'll go to that therapist you wanted me to. I'll go to rehab if you want. Hell, I'll get a job and go to summer school if you want. I can work at McDonald's, and not just because I get the munchies. You want me to figure out my life? I can do that here. Tell me what you want me to do. Anything to not send me away, please, Dad.
You've already told me those things before, and you didn't follow through.
I know, but I didn't know the other option was basically prison.
It's not prison. It's just a different kind of therapy. You didn't like the therapist I picked for you before. Maybe your mother will do a better job.
My mother is a psycho.
You do not call your mother a psycho.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the parent who cares about me. Come on, Dad, I know you don't agree with her. She's always pushed you around, so please, once, be on my side.
I am on your side. I really just want you to get better. I don't know what else to try.
I'll do anything, literally anything, if you let me stay.
You mean it? You really mean it, son?
I mean it. I promise. Don't make me leave. I've heard about these camping trips, and it's not what Mom thinks. They're tricking you.
You two are so dramatic. It's too late now, Jackson. There's nothing you can do about it. Crying to your father won't fix anything.
Whoa, now, Denise. Isn't this what we wanted? We wanted him to take responsibility for himself and try to be better. I believe him. He can change from home.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I will.
Okay. I'll just call and cancel. It'll be okay, son.
No, you won't, Carl. Besides, even if you tried, it's too late now. They're already on their way.
Who's they?
The program starts today, Jackson. Dr. Mackenzie is sending his staff with a van to pick you up, and you will go with them, even if it's kicking and screaming.
I'm sure if I just call and explain we changed our minds, that it'll be fine. I'm gonna believe in you here, Jackson. I believe you'll try this time.
Jackson, Carl, and Denise all turn towards the door. Fade to black. All right, big break, folks. Make it 5-6 minutes and we'll finish up for the night.
fallacy about a happy couple.
I hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm Mason. I'll be reading for Cassidy.
I am Hirona, and I'll be reading for Anna.
Scene 1, late night in New York City. Lights are off in a studio apartment. Everything is tidy and the room is decorated with a couple's photos together, framed on the tables, hung on the walls, even on the fridge. The apartment is quiet. Cassidy comes crashing through the door wearing a tight protective superhero outfit with a mask pulled down above his face. He stumbles into the apartment and limps, plopping onto the couch, takes off the mask. He's panting. Anna runs from the bedroom to the living room.
Hello? Cassidy? Is that you?
Yeah, I'm back. Or what's left of me anyways.
Anna follows Cassidy's trail of blood leading all the way to the couch. She kneels in front of him, seeing him injured and bleeding.
Oh, God.
Does it look bad?
As bad as it does every other day.
Runs her hand across Cassidy's torso, feeling all the gashes and bullet wounds.
You can't keep doing this.
What do you mean? I'm fine. At least I'm still breathing.
Yeah, very.
I see what you're getting at. But, you know, you're the only person I can ask about this.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Sounds like me. Can you help bandage me?
She walks around to the cabinet, pulls out bandage wrap, brings it over and starts wrapping his wounds.
Thanks. I couldn't do this without you. What's wrong, babe?
You need to stop risking your life like this. Start taking care of yourself, Cass.
What do you mean? It's why I have you.
And what if I don't want to do this anymore?
You know I can't give this up. I need to go out there and help.
And I love you for that. I always like how selfless you are. But aren't you scared?
I'm out there risking my life. Of course I'm...
That's not what I'm talking about.
What is it then?
She pokes one of Cassidy's bullet wounds.
Ow! 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 God, what's your problem?
Are you sure it's worth it? You're not invincible. You don't even have any actual superpower.
So what? I can snap people like a twig.
Have you ever thought you're just a twig too?
What's your deal? Just say what you want.
I just don't know how much longer I can handle. Whatever this is.
I'm still your boyfriend.
Let's see how long that lasts. Maybe next time you won't be as lucky.
I'm sorry. If I knew you felt like this, I would have stopped. But you said you were okay with it at the start. What happened to that?
I didn't think it'd be for this long. It started with you stopping the people that hurt your little brother. And that was 10 months ago.
I'm almost done.
You've been saying that. Can't you just give it up?
Of course I can't just give it up. There's people out there getting preyed on the same way my brother was.
But your brother is fine now. Can you please just stop? You don't have to risk your life anymore. I'm proud of you, but I need you to be my boyfriend again.
Why can't you just accept me for the person I am now?
I still love you, Cassidy. I just don't know if you can say that same about me.
I will always love you, Anna.
Then, would you able to stay with me for a week?
A week's a little long, don't you think?
You're insane.
Cassidy reaches for Anna's shoulder, turns her around. She has tears in her eyes.
I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm sick of playing this game with you, Cass. Why are you being so unfair? Every night, you go out to get beat up and fight with strangers to make yourself feel better. While I'm at home, worrying the entire time if my boyfriend is actually going to die today. Because honestly, he's been pushing his luck and I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry.
If you're sorry, then look at me. Watch out after me. If you can't even look out for your girlfriend, then why are you going out risking your life every night?
You know why. You know what they did to me. To my little brother. I can't let that happen to anyone else.
And then Is that worth losing your own life? You can be serious.
I am, though. I thought that you'd be here to support me, too.
And why would I, Cass? That's not fair to me. What have you done for me?
I can only do this because of you. I can only work so hard because you're helping me out.
Then I wish I never helped you.
You're all I have left.
If I'm all that you have left, then do whatever you can to keep me.
You don't actually mean that, right? Hey, come on. You have to think this through. This is all too sudden.
I've been thinking this through. The only person who hasn't is you, Cass.
I'm always thinking about us. You know, I don't even have any time to myself anymore. All I've been doing is working during the day and looking for answers at night.
Then when is our time?
It's always our time. I need you.
Grabs Cassidy's hands and holds them to her cheeks.
Then give it all up for me.
I'm just asking for you to bear with me for a while, but you can't even handle that.
Silence. Anna gives Cassidy a look of pity. He looks guilty. Anna walks away, not looking back. Cassidy stands up, holding his stomach to withstand the pain.
Please don't go.
I deserve better than this, Cass.
I love you.
Anna leaves the apartment. Scene 2. Late at night in the same apartment, empty water bottles and cans riddle the place. Empty fast food bags and instant food, finished and unfinished, are on the tables. The photos of what used to be the couple still lay around, though some are knocked over or have fallen to the ground. A silence, and then keys are clattering on the other side of the locked door. The person struggles to get in to work the lock. The lock clicks and Cassidy comes crashing through the door again. More bloody than the last time, he crashes into the walls and tables before he finds himself falling on the couch, crushing the bottles and cans underneath him. He gets up, picks up the bandage wrap in front of him, attempts to wrap himself, but can't do it. Cassidy lays back down, breathing heavily until he goes silent. End of play.
I'm Robert Rob, and no, I'm Rob Olson, and my play is Mornings with Madison. It's about, it's a young lady dealing with the anxieties, all the voices that would fuel her anxiety first thing in the morning. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I have 5 actors.
And VOs.
Hi, I'm Zoe. I'll be reading the role of young Madison.
Hi, I'm Aurora, and I'll be reading the person of Madison.
My name is Ava Lawrenson, and I'm reading for Gremlin.
Hi, I'm Lena. I'm reading for Mom.
I'm Rick. I'm Dad. Hi.
I'm Teri, and I'll be news anchor, commercial voice, and all other things. Scene 1. In a darkened bedroom, 17-year-old Madison, who is wearing onesie pajamas, is fast asleep in the bed. A child, young Madison, is wearing a cute dress, sitting wide awake on a chair in the corner of the room. She is snuggling a stuffed bunny. Her snoring, is somebody doing this? Oh. Is a chaotic mixture of breathless silence punctuated by explosive grunts, groans, and alarms. An alarm clock goes off screaming, "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!" and a red light fills the bedroom as Madison slams her hand down on the clock and the obnoxious directive obediently ceases. A silence.
I don't like that sound. It makes me feel funny. Why won't you change it? I don't like it.
No.
It's time to get up. I think you should get up. It's such a beautiful day. Do you hear the birds? They sound beautiful. There's so much we could do today, but you gotta get up.
The sound of birds singing in the morning fills the room.
Shut up, you stupid things. You're so freaking annoying.
Madison slams her head back into her pillow, groans, and rolls over, pulling the covers over her head.
I think it's better when you get up. It is. It's better when you don't wait. You should get up, I think.
Madison rolls over onto her back as the alarm blares again. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Madison quickly hits the alarm and the noise stops. Lights from red to soft white. Sounds of birds fill the space again. Madison stretches and stands up to walk to the closet. A notification sound goes off. A soft voice declares, time to compare. More notifications are followed by the same voice. Value, worth, status. Lights pulse red with each word. Madison walks past young Madison to her phone, picks it up and scrolls as a hint of red light remains. Young Madison approaches, looking at the phone.
Who are these people? I don't know them. They look pretty. Are these your friends? They're pretty cool, aren't they? Why aren't you like them? Do you do anything cool? Do you remember Emily? She was our friend. What happened to Emily? I like playing with her. She lets play with all of her stuff. And her mom made the best cookies. Where is she? Does Emily have pictures too? Does Emily do cool stuff?
Madison looks up from her phone to the mirror. There she sees someone who is not herself. In the mirror, a gremlin mocks her.
Yesterday, Jimmy told us our dress was stupid and our face was ugly. I don't like Jimmy sometimes. He's not very nice to us. Ooh, maybe we could be pretty and cool like your friends.
Madison's shoulders slump. Notifications ping on her phone. After every sound, a voice declares, plain, frumpy, weird, not enough. Red colors blast the room once again.
Oh my god, get it together, Maddie. We've got to do this. You can do this.
Lighting returns to white. Madison shakes it off, puts her phone down, and walks to the mirror. She looks at herself from various angles. The gremlin mimics with mocking exaggeration.
Ugh, look how disgusting you are. You're gross and you're lazy and you have no self-control.
Lights to red.
If you just stopped eating so much junk, you could lose that pudge and be like those people. Really, what would it take? A couple weeks without food? You could have a new life in 2 weeks? But you won't. You don't have the self-control, which wouldn't be so bad except you're too lazy to go to the gym.
Madison puts her hands to her face and groans. The alarm clock blasts, wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What's wrong? You can't listen to her. I think you're pretty.
Madison gets back out of bed and walks straight to the mirror. She stares at herself as the gremlin mimics.
Don't listen to her. You're pretty.
A pause.
I like it when Dad tells me how pretty I am. Does Dad still tell you that? I bet he does, because I think you're pretty. Jimmy doesn't think I'm pretty, though. I don't like Jimmy.
Madison sorts through a rack of clothes, pulling at things and looking them over. Displeased with everything she sees, the room tints blue. She becomes more and more frustrated as the room starts turning red. Madison finally finds an outfit, and the room goes back to its normal white color. She grabs her phone, turns on loud music, and slips behind a divider to change her outfit. Young Madison holds her hands over her ears, shaking her head. Madison checks herself out in the mirror. The gremlin wears the same outfit. They strike a couple of poses to which Madison looks slightly defeated. Madison sits at her vanity. The gremlin appears. Young Madison walks around and looks in the mirror with a great smile.
I like this one. You have a really nice one. Mine's not really, though. Mom and Dad think I don't know they bought me a baby makeup table, but I know. I like putting my makeup on like Mom does. She's beautiful. She always looks tired, though, until she sits at her table. Then she puts on her lipstick and her eye stuff, and that makes her not tired.
Madison touches her face, searching for imperfections. The gremlin follows suit. Madison applies makeup. She stares long and hard at herself until her head drops in exhaustion. Lights to blue.
Mom used to do that, too. I guess you have to take breaks when you're older, hey? It might be a lot tougher putting on real makeup. I don't know, because my stuff isn't real. They don't think I know how to put on, but I know. I'm smart, you know? Jimmy doesn't think so. I don't like Jimmy.
Ugh, makeup isn't going to help you, pimple face. Everyone's going to see your crater. It's so huge, you're hilarious. Go back to bed. Hibernate. You can come out where humans are when that face volcano finally erupts. But you'll probably have 2 new ones.
Why are they so mean to you? They sound like Jimmy. Did I tell you I really don't like him?
Madison continues to apply makeup and the room remains blue.
Well, you shouldn't listen to them. Just like I don't listen to Jimmy. I told him my dad says I'm beautiful. Does that tell you he thinks you're beautiful?
A knock on the door and a voice from outside it.
Sweetheart, are you up? I hope you're getting ready.
It's Mom. Mom, oh, I love her. She's so nice to us all the time. She tells us she's proud of us, even when we wake her up a million times in the night. Dad's impossible to wake up, though.
You really need to make it to school today. You can't miss another day.
The lights go red. Madison sits on her bed, grabs the remote and turns on her TV. Young Madison draws close and watches. On TV. Country chooses convicted felon for president over competent, highly educated female. In his victory speech, the president vowed to protect women whether they wanted or not.
I wonder if that's Jimmy's dad. I don't like Jimmy.
You can have the body you want in just 12 weeks. The room flashes with orange. Madison changes the channel. The captain and all-star quarterback has been released without charges in a case involving the assault of an unconscious female student. The Attorney General said in a statement there was no real evidence to prove his guilt. The room flashes between red and orange before settling on red. Madison lays back, pushing her palms into her eyes.
What's the point?
Mobile phone goes off again with notification pings. Nobody. Not enough. A recognizable mobile phone interrupts along with a buzz. Madison grabs the phone and looks at it.
No. Please, no, I don't want to talk to you right now. Just give me some space.
The room is red. Madison presses on her phone to ignore the call and throws it on her bed. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! She grabs the phone and hurls it at the wall before sliding to the ground crying. The room is blue. Young Madison comes to her side and puts a hand on her shoulder.
There. It's okay. It'll be okay. Does Jimmy have your phone number?
Madison's on the floor crying. There's a knock on the door.
Hey, beautiful, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just cracked my shin on the bed.
Oh no. Are you okay? Is there something I can...
Yeah, I'll be fine. I just need a minute. I'm just about ready.
Okay. I'd love it if you could come down and have breakfast with me before I have to head off to work. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
He does call you beautiful. Daddy's funny. I like him. And he likes me too. And I bet you could beat up Jimmy's dad if he really wanted to. Even if Jimmy's dad is President. Daddy's the strongest in the world.
Madison sits beside other Madison and places a hand on her leg.
You're sad. I think it's gonna be okay though. Is it that thing that yells, wake up, wake up, wake up? I don't think that's a problem anymore.
Madison stands up and grabs her phone and looks at it with regret.
Is it Jimmy? Does he still make you sad?
Young Madison looks at the two mirrors.
Maybe you need new mirrors.
Young Madison hugs Madison.
It is going to be okay. It's always okay, right? It's always okay.
Young Madison releases Madison, and the room is blue and getting darker. Madison sits on the end of her bed. There's a knock on the door.
Madison, are you coming?
Madison's crying, and Mom bursts into the room. The room lights in bright light.
Madison!
Mom runs into the room and hugs her daughter.
What's happening, sweetheart? Are you okay?
I don't know, Mom. I don't know why I'm crying. I just keep crying. I don't know. I just don't.
It's okay, sweet girl. It's okay. What's going on? I'm here.
I don't know. I just wake up and can't. I don't get it. I don't know why I can't, but sometimes I can't.
Well, we all have times where we just can't, my girl. I don't know why, but I know that in the times when I just can't, all I want is for someone to cry with me. Will it be okay if I sat here with you and cry with you?
I think so, yeah.
The room is now lit by a blue light, but it's a little less blue than it was before. Fade to black. Rick?
John's not here, right?
He's not here.
No, he's not here. He's on set. So this is Repentant Playboy by John Kofikwa. Actors.
yes. Hi, I'm Zoe, again. And I will be reading the role of Sarwa.
I'm Mason. I'll be reading the role of Dennis.
I'm Lena. I'm reading for Dora.
I'm Ava, and I'm reading for Poku.
Interior, coffee shop, day. Dennis is sitting at the coffee shop, thinking about his plans to settle down after many relationships. He's scared of making the wrong decision, even though he likes Dora. Unsure if Dora feels the same way, he decides to call his best friend Opoku for advice. Phone dial, dialing sound.
Hey, what took you so long to pick up? Let me guess. Still sleeping after playing games all night?
Oh, your guess is right. You know what I do on weekend nights? Well, tell me, why do you call me so early? You don't usually call me in the morning unless there's a fire on the mountain.
Nothing really. Just thinking about settling down because your boy is a man now and needs a home.
Did you have a terrible dream about the world ending?
Stop joking. Give me some advice, dummy. I'm planning to propose to Dora tonight.
Sorry, okay? I just got wondering where in the Bible did King Solomon decide to become Adam? But before you shoot me on the phone, I think Dora will be the best for you. She's calm, goal-driven, and always gives you off positive vibes when you're together. I think she's a great match for you.
Thanks. We might meet for dinner tonight so I can propose to her, provided she doesn't have someone else in her life. She's always busy and has little time for me, so I'll probably test her loyalty.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. But remember, you have a lot more options aside from Dora. You can choose from the long list.
I see no one aside from Dora in my dreams. She's the one I see a future with.
Please, is this Dennis the King Solomon? If this is Dennis, then I think the world will come to an end soon. But anyway, good luck, and keep me updated if you're still confused with your final choice. You can probably organize a beauty pageant for them.
Hey, get the fuck off my phone. Get ready to be the groomsman when things fall into place. Cheers.
Call hangs up, and Dennis calls Dora for a hangout invitation. Number is dialed, Dennis calls Dora. She picks up and answers, Dennis in a stressed tone.
Hello, baby boy. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, baby girl. I'm good. Just didn't have good sleep yesterday.
Sorry, I didn't sleep early myself, but I'm still about to go jogging this morning because I can't stay a day without keeping fit.
That's so determined to you. So, I guess you'll pass by the National Theater when on your normal jogging routine. Pass by the coffee shop where we usually meet. Let's have a 10-minute convo.
Yes, I will pass by the theater with this impromptu appointment. I hope you're sound and good. I will be there in some few minutes. Cheers!
Dora hangs up the call and starts preparing for her meeting with Dennis, while Dennis is at the coffee shop trying to figure out how to find out if he is the only man in her life. After 10 minutes, Dennis sees Dora walking into the coffee shop, admiring her walk. He stands up for a big hug.
Hey, good to see you, Dora. Guess I didn't distract your schedule today, as meeting was impromptu.
Never mind, baby. I had jogging on my schedule and plan on getting a coffee after the exercise, so there are no disruptions at the moment.
Well, I miss you. I don't know why you don't give me enough time to be with you like we used to a few months back. I want to know if I've offended you so I can apologize and do my best.
No, Dennis, don't say that. You have been the best I ever had, and everything about me started transforming when I met you. You can ask my friend Sarah how inspired me throughout our conversation.
You sure? All right, let me talk to Sarah on the phone and ask how special I am to her. But I'd be happy if you call her with my phone so that she can answer my questions anonymously. If you're okay with that, we can bet on it.
Of course, why not?
Hi there, Sarah speaking.
Hi, Sarah. This is Dennis. How you doing this morning?
Hi, Dennis. I'm doing good. Yourself?
Bit worried about your friend, because she told me she'd be spending the night at your place yesterday. I'm still waiting for her to call me after trying to reach her several times this morning, but Phone's off at the moment.
What time did you start calling her?
Was she with you last night? Just worried, but if she spent the night with you, then I can at least calm down.
No, she didn't spend the night with me. The last time I spoke to her was 11:30, and she was about to sleep after doing the first phase of her project. Pretty sure she might have fallen into a deep sleep, or her phone battery is dead.
Thanks, Sirwa. Keep me updated if you hear from her.
Dennis hangs up the call, getting an unforeseen answer, but realizing Dora is upset with his confrontation to Sirwa about her loyalty, he moves a bit back from the coffee table. Dora's phone rings, and it's Sirwa's.
Pick up the call, Dora. Put it on speaker, because I want to know what Sirwa will tell you concerning my loyalty test. Just prove me wrong.
I will pick up the call and put it in loudspeaker on one condition. If you can't put me through a call with your best friend Opoku for me to have my loyalty test on him too. Then I can also do what you want for you.
My stage direction's scratched out, so
Oh.
I'm not. Sorry.
Hi there, Opoku here. Man, it was on the line.
Hi Opoku, this is Dora.
Dora, how are you doing?
Dora, Dennis, girlfriend. I'm worried about Dennis.
What's wrong with you, dear?
I spoke to Dennis yesterday, and he told me he will be spending the night at your place since you guys always play games on weekends. I have been trying his number since last night, only to find out this morning that his phone is off. I am so worried.
Don't be worried. What time did you start calling?
Since last night, I just want to know if he's with you so that I can call down. Was he at your place?
Yes, he slept at my place, but I left him at home because I had a meeting at work early this morning. I'm sure his phone is dead and he didn't bring his charger. I'll be home in a few minutes and tell him to reach you.
Thank you so much, Abaku. I will look forward to hearing from him.
Dora's phone starts ringing, and it is Sirwa's, her best friend, while Dennis also receives a call from Opoku at the same time.
I will pick up the call and put our conversation on loudspeaker as we agreed early as a bit.
Hey Dora, are you okay? I got scared a minute ago about a call I got from Dennis concerning your whereabouts last night. I know you were busy fixing your project for the stage play and you'd be tired.
Hello, Sirwa. I'm good. Thanks for calling. I will call Dennis right away.
Please do, because the poor lover boy sounded so worried. And that's so cute for people in love. Talk to you later. Cheers.
Sirwa speaks with a lovely and jealous tone about Dennis and Dora and hangs up the call.
Hey man, we spoke not long ago and you didn't even tell me which of your girlfriends hosted you last night and why you had to turn off your phone. Getting the princess of your heart worried?
Hey man, let me call you back.
Call her now since you have made up your mind to settle down with her and make her a family. Have you tested her loyalty yet?
Dennis hangs up the phone when he realizes Dora is upset and walking out on him. He grabs Dora, kneels down, and decides to apologize for his disloyalty, giving her his word of settling down with her. Dora lifts Dennis, forgives him, hugs him, and accepts his proposal. They leave the coffee shop happily ever after. The end. I shouldn't editorialize, sorry.
Okay. The intruder.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jerry Lavery. This is The Intruder. It's a cautionary tale about fast food And keeping your doors locked? Or is it?
Hello, I'm playing Thomas Beck.
I'm Casey, and I am playing Diana.
I'm Aurora, and I'm playing Intruder/Millie.
Scene 1, Tom's house, bathroom. Thomas Beck sits rocking slightly on a toilet. He is staring at the floor in front of him, holding his breath. The radio is on. The paperclip virus has swept across the globe, paralyzing and scrambling businesses and personal computers in what experts are claiming to be... He reaches for a magazine. It's out of reach. Tries a foot. Still too far. A sound outside catches Thomas's attention, and he straightens up listening.
Hello?
Footsteps. Approach the door and stop.
Can I help you?
Thomas Beck,
Yes?
can you come out, please?
Who are you and why are you here?
Sir, I'm coming in.
Excuse me, what is this about?
The intruder, Millie, dressed in a business suit, gently opens the door, lowering a device from her face, and then recoils when the smell hits her.
Mother, when the 9 rings...
Dude! Can you see now why I'm not getting up?
Sir, I'm gonna wait for you outside the door. Please finish up and...
Yeah, good idea. Listen, can you tell me who you are and why you're in my home and how did you even get in here too?
Sir, it's a matter best discussed once you are out. It's a matter concerning...
Someone died. Are my parents okay?
No, nothing like that, sir. Your parents are fine. It's you, sir.
What do you mean it's me? Are you with the police or social services?
No, sir. I'm from the collections. I work for Thanatos.
Oh, I have no debt. You're sure you have the right person?
Thomas Beck.
Yes. Can you please get me the Pepto from the kitchen? Should be above the sink.
Intruder hesitates momentarily, then turns to retrieve the Pepto from the kitchen. Cracks the door open, passes Thomas the Pepto bottle. He removes the cap, takes a swig of the pink magic, sets the bottle on the floor beside the toilet.
Oh, crap. What time is it? Miss, you have to answer it.
What? Sir, jeez.
Seat her in the living room, tell her I got home late, and I'm in the shower. Go!
Scene 2, Thomas's front door and living room. Intruder follows Thomas's commands, walks to the front door.
Diana. Her name is Diana.
She opens the door.
Hello, you must be Diana. Come in. Tom was late getting home and asked me to let you in. He apologizes. He's in the shower.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Millie.
Intruder, Millie, leads Diana to the living room couch.
Can I get you anything? Tom will be a couple of minutes.
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna make some tea. Let me know if you change your mind.
Millie spins and heads to the kitchen and begins to fumble with the search for cups and kettle and tea. From the bathroom we hear another flush and the sound of a shower. Intruder Millie sets water to boil and returns from the kitchen with cups, milk, sugar, spoons, and a box of Yorkshire Gold on a tray, and sets it on the coffee table in front of Diana. She sits across from Diana, one arm draped across the couch top and folded legs with a big grin on her face.
So, Diana, tell me how you met.
Oh, well, we met in Aikido class. He was my instructor, but not now. I finished the class.
Oh, right, Aikido.
Screech of the kettle. Millie's attention, she bounces off the couch, heads to the kitchen, returns with a kettle and pours 2 cups, tears a bag off a pair of the Yorkshire Gold box and drops it in the water. Returns to her pose on the couch across from Diana. The shower stops.
So, how long have you been...
Oh, we haven't. This is our first date.
Oh, no. Oh, so he's late. Not a good first impression, huh?
How do you know Thomas?
Oh, I know every...
Thomas appears from the bedroom, smiling, wet hair, but neatly dressed.
Diana! Hey, sorry for the delay. I was just, So you've met!
Yes, we've been chatting. No worries, we still have a few minutes.
Sit, Tom. I'll get you a cup.
She bounces off the couch again, heads for the kitchen while Tom seats himself across from Diana.
You look nice. Hale.
I feel good. Thanks. So do you.
Millie returns with a cup, sets it in front of Thomas. She remains standing, hands in her pockets.
Thanks for taking care of Diana. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. I'm sure she can take care of herself. I was happy to meet her. Well, Tom, we need to have a word in private.
Right. Excuse us for a moment, Diana.
Thomas gets up and walks to Millie. They go to the front door.
Okay, Millie, what's this all about? And by the way, thanks for helping me out, by the way.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thomas, it's your time to go. This is it. It's the end. Your end. I am from the NCC, Non-Corporeal Collections. I'm here to collect your spirit. Were you expecting a black robe and a scythe?
Oh, shit.
Can you please place your thumb on the iPad?
He complies. The iPad screen turns red and buzzes an error.
Again?
He frowns.
Again?
He complies. The same flash of red and error buzz. She mutters. Thomas is looking nervously at Millie.
Am I allowed to ask how I'm supposed to, It can't be from, Taco Bell.
1 second. I don't usually... It says here, acute appendicitis.
I had my appendix out when I was a teenager.
Thomas Beck, 42 York Street, Berlin, Connecticut, USA.
Thomas Beck, 42 York Road, Berlin, New Hampshire, USA.
Is everything okay, Thomas? We should be on our way.
Millie is deep into her iPad, typing, swiping, scrolling, muttering.
Everything's A-okay. Do you prefer Lyft or Uber?
I came here with Uber, but I think I prefer Lyft.
He pokes at his phone, sets it down, smiling at Diana.
That tea. I should use the loo before we go.
Oh, right this way. The other one is, steamy.
Millie's phone rings. Lyft has a ride request for 42 York Road, Berlin. She is stunned for a moment and then stabs accept.
I'm your ride.
How about that? NCC doesn't keep you busy enough? You're moonlighting with Lyft?
No comment. Where to, Tom?
Water Street, the Opera Cafe, Berlin, New Hampshire.
Fade to black. Okay. Kernan?
Hi, I'm Kernan Grand, and my play is The Widow's Isle.
Our last read. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Zoe. I'll be playing for Bob.
I'm playing John.
I'm Danica, and I'm playing Michelle.
I'm Kira, and I'm playing Shannon.
We conclude the evening with a comedy horror. Foodland, Produce Department, Day, May 15th, 2024. Slow day at the store. Produce manager's shift is headed. John is a Foodland employee for the Produce Department. He's chopping celery in the sink. Michelle, with her hairnet, is prepping a salad at the counter nearest to him. A spider drops onto the side of the sink.
It's a
He walks to the other side of the kitchen stunned.
A spider!
John rips off the poster on the wall. It has a giant black widow with a huge red X over the top of it.
A black widow!
He frantically looks in the manager's cubby, which is in the same area in the small produce kitchen, pulls out the handbook, starts flipping through it. Behind him, while being unknown to it, Michelle is finishing putting the black widow inside of a jar. He groans in frustration, closes the handbooks, and turns around to see it to use it to kill the spider. Stops when he sees Michelle put the spider in a jar.
What are you doing?
I'm taking it home.
You can't take it home. That's a black widow. It could kill you.
It's a living thing. We can't kill it. Besides, only the female black widows bite.
How do you know it's female?
Because his name is Derek.
Killing it is part of our safety protocol. What do you expect to do with it anyways? Who knows where it came from?
While I am still breathing, no one is going to kill this spider. End of the story.
John pulls out his phone to take a picture of the spider in the jar. Michelle pulls the jar in her bag, puts the jar in her bag, which is in a neat cubby.
What are you doing?
This is for Shannon tomorrow. If you don't follow the basic safety protocols, you could lose your job. If you don't...
It's in a jar. It's not going to hurt anyone. My mom works at a pest control. I'll take it to her.
I thought your mom was a dentist.
People can have more than one job.
Fair enough.
What's your deal with spiders anyway?
It's an embarrassing story. Promise not to tell.
Of course.
I was camping with some friends last year, and there was this old outhouse. We'd gotten there early that day. I was the first one of us to go use it. I was going to take a piss, but inside the bowl, it was filled with spiders everywhere. This might be sadistic of me, but I needed to go, so I just tried not to aim for them.
You tried not to aim for them?
Hey, you said you wouldn't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
Well, while I was pissing, a spider leaped onto my wiener. I screamed in horror before I smacked it off. Ever since then, I can't be near spiders.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of spiders.
Well, don't worry, John. I'll keep it far away from your special area. Looks like your shift is over, John.
Wow. That story does make time fly, doesn't it? Make sure to let me know what your mom says about the spider.
Bye. I can't leave the spider in the jar. How will it breathe?
She walks over, takes the jar out of her bag, takes the lid off the jar, looks down into the jar.
Where is it?
Turns her hand. It's on the bottom of the lid, and then it crawls onto the back of the hand.
Ow!
Shanna drops the jar to the floor. Michelle drops the jar to the floor, and it shatters. She tries to stay standing by holding onto the counter, but her knees give out. She falls to the floor and is motionless. Foodland, produce department. Next day, John is prepping romaine. Cheyenne, John's boss, swipes the key card and punches out for the day. She turns to John, who is standing nearby.
Well, John, I hope you're ready. Tomorrow is the start of the Canada Day weekend.
Is it going to be that bad?
Don't worry, I bring a gun. Okay, have a good night, John.
Good night.
Foodland, produce department. June 28th, Friday before Canada Day. John is taking bananas off the skid and placing them on the buggy. A red light flashes with a dark silhouette of a spider in the center.
Ah! John, where are the bananas? You got pick up the pace.
Almost ready.
It needs to be ready now.
He loads the bananas onto the buggy and runs off stage left. Produce department again, day. John is putting bananas from the cart on the shelf. Projected, a series of images of destroyed aisles appear flashing all over the stage. You can hear the customers scream for help as they are trampled by the waves of other customers. As they are pushing through, the projector projects a close-up of two red dots on a man's neck. John looks up at the projection.
Hey, where did you get those two little dots on your neck?
Customer ignores him, takes their bananas, and continues on their rampage. Produce department day. Shauna is stacking tomatoes on her cart. John runs up to her, pushing his empty cart. He is loading sacks of potatoes on it. The silhouette of the Black Widow flashes on the wall.
Look, the Black
John, the Black Widow is dead. Get back to work.
I know, but I saw it.
It's the Saturday before Canada Day. I can't do with this right now. Bring out those tomatoes.
He exits. Management day. John walks into management.
Bob, I saw a black...
Yes? Delayed? 30 minutes? This is Canada. Are you fucking me right now?
Excuse me, Bob.
John, this is the fucking long weekend. Whatever it is, it can wait. Come back to me when someone is dying.
But...
Is someone dying?
Not yet, but...
Then get back to work! Sorry for the interruption.
John exits. Produce department day. Shauna is out on the floor. He is the only one there.
The Black Widow is dead. I must be seeing things. Wait. That's at least 20 days. And on average, that's how long it takes for a Black Widow eggs to incubate. Derek is a girl, and he is pregnant, and a Black Widow spider lays approximately 300 eggs. My God!
Runs out, grabbing a spray can from the shelf to take with him. Grocery store, produce section day. Flashing lights and screams of agony are projected onto the stage, showing the chaos.
Stop! There's a Black Widow! A Black Widow! Oh, fuck it!
John moves forward, uses the bug spray against the invisible customers. John climbs on top of the fruit display so he is safe from the wave of customers.
Everyone! There is a Black Widow in the store! Get out now! Get out!
Demonic moans and screams of customers. John points his spray can, looking over at all the chaos. A bunch of spiders' silhouettes flash.
There you are. Aisle 8.
Armed with his bug spray, he sprays. Aisle, day, screams and flashes of chaos grow louder. John crumples to his knees, not knowing how to go any further.
I need to find a way to get these customers out of here. I got it!
Cups his hand around his mouth with an opening like he is making a megaphone with his hands.
Sail in aisle 1! Sail in aisle 1!
Sail?
Sail?
Back off, it's mine. Not if I get it first.
Where is it?
Slowly turns his head as the spider crawls out from his shirt collar and rests on his neck.
It's on my neck. If I stay extra quiet, maybe it won't.
John, why the hell are you in the aisle 8? Get back to work.
John falls over, lifeless on the piles of bodies. Everything turns red again. Dozens of spider silhouettes are projected. Cheyenne turns frantically, looking back. There is no hope for her. She is surrounded by them. She falls to the ground. Fade to black. Okay, all the actors, please get up, take a bow. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming out for Hothouse, and we really appreciate you staying for this slightly longer than usual evening, but we hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any comments, you can send them to Teri. We won't have a talk back this evening, as the hour is already late, but we appreciated your response throughout the evening, and it sounds like you had a good time. Thanks so much, and good night.
Good job, Laurie!